in Bemidji, they were just numbers on a paper to the Obama-Biden administration.
There we go. All right,
To me,
she back
they were
on.
people and
She
jobs
good,
and
she good.
families. Under Obama-Biden,
Oh, yeah, she good, she
radical
good.
environmentalists were allowed to kill the forests. Wildfire after wildfire shows the consequences. Managed forests, the kind my people work in, are healthy forests. Under President Trump, we've seen a new recognition of the value of forest management in reducing wildfires. And we've seen new support for our way of life, where a strong back and a strong work ethic can build a strong middle class. We want to build families where we were raised and stand by communities that stood by us. We want that way of life available for the next generation.
Part of me
and we
like
want
does
our forests
understand
there,
why
too.
farmers
President Trump, thank you for helping us
like
do just that.
Republicans. Part of me. Big part of me doesn't, but
Hi, I'm U.S. Senator Marsha Blackburn from
okay,
Tennessee.
here I am. I'm live.
America
Cool.
is a nation
Cool.
of heroes. In
She's
times
like
of
a
difficulty, we're
bizarro
reminded
Hillary.
They're all around us. They're in the line with us at the grocery store, in the pew with us at church.
Yeah,
They're the regular
YouTube
Americans
is very
step
strange.
up,
Like you have to do it
volunteer,
in
and
like, you
serve.
know,
When we need them most.
Beetlejuice order. Now let me see if this actually made it any better.
Throughout this pandemic.
No, not really.
The emergency
I'm
room
still
nurses who go
behind by
back
like 4 or
shift
5
after
seconds.
shift.
Twitch is so much
The
better.
medical researchers developing a vaccine
I think she's like
to
Bizarro Hillary.
combat what the Chinese Communist regime
I mean,
unleashed
she's probably
on the
just as
world.
bad as her.
Cookville's Double Springs Church of Christ members.
What happens if they ain't? What happens if they ain't got her? You clone her or whatever. I don't know. That's not how the saying goes. Or have wine, because I need it.
About another kind of hero. The kind Democrats don't recognize because
Democrats.
they don't fit into their narrative. I'm talking about the heroes of our law enforcement and armed services. Leftists try to turn them
I
into
wish I had
villains.
some sake right now.
They want to cancel them.
There's
But I'm here to
a
tell you,
hibachi restaurant that
these
opened
heroes
near us,
can't
and
be
it's
canceled.
maybe like, you know,
Tennessee is
it's a
full
couple
of
years
them
old at this
after
point,
all.
but it's not one of the chains. Like it is by itself. It's so good, and we always get sake there.
When he came home, he put on another uniform.
It's right down the
and
street.
For 30 years, volunteered to help our underfunded sheriff's department. I'm reminded
Oh my
of him
God.
when
Why do I
efforts
torture myself with this shit?
and selflessness in others. When I see law enforcement officers put
Now,
their
if I edit
lives on
this.
the line every single day to keep our communities safe, in spite of the hatred thrown at them. When I see the heroes who volunteer to serve our country, putting their lives on the line for our freedom. Many of these heroes call Tennessee home, and we could not be more proud of the brave men and women of the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell. The common thread between them is a deep-seated desire to serve a cause larger than themselves. They don't believe their country owes them anything. They believe they owe their country and their fellow man. As hard as Democrats try, they can't cancel our heroes. They can't contest their bravery, and they can't dismiss the powerful sense of service that lives deep in their souls. So, they tried to defund them, our military, our police, even ICE, to take away their tools to keep us safe. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and their radical allies try to destroy these heroes because if there are no heroes to inspire us, government can control us. They close our churches, but keep the liquor stores and abortion clinics open. They say we can't gather in community groups. but
All right, I
encourage
updated all my
protests,
tags.
riots,
I
and
should be better
looting
off
in
now.
the streets. If the Democrats
I just
had their
I
way,
used the
they
keyword
would keep you
pasta.
locked in your house until you become dependent on the government for everything. That sounds a lot
Oh,
like
now they're
Trump's
really
Trump.
getting into like the
Maybe that's why Biden is so soft on
fucking
them.
70s and
Why
80s
Nancy Pelosi says that
poverty is caused
China
by
would
dependence on the
prefer
government
Joe Biden.
bullshit.
Yep.
Now we're going for the real base. This is not, we're not going for the Trump base. We already got the Trump base. We need like the real the real like just Republicans, and we're going for the Reagan Republicans right now. They are marketing geniuses. I have to say that. They're marketing geniuses. They know what the hell they're doing. It sucks.
With a clear message to the Democrats, you will never cancel our heroes.
Yeah, cancel culture is the thing tonight. Oh my god.
Hi, I'm Congressman Dan Crenshaw.
If you can line up at Walmart, you can line up to vote. Thank you, Twitch chat. Sheila, do you realize that their Twitch broadcast has 70 viewers now? Like, there are low-grade Twitch channels right now with 10 times that.
We are a country of heroes. I believe that. So should you.
I'm sure he has a story behind his eye.
Common set of ideals conceived in liberty.
I'm kind of actually curious about it.
Time and again for our freedom and the freedom of others.
Like, I don't want to make fun of him, because I'm sure there's actually a good story behind it.
Since 9/11, I've seen America's heroes up close. Some of them saved my life. Some of them saved many others' lives. Many of them never made it home. These heroes acted as if the whole struggle depended on them alone, as if any weakness on their part would be a reflection of the whole nation. That's called duty. And America has a long history.
You know what else is called duty? Oh, that was a really bad joke. How's the volume, Sheely?
Then freedom prevails. The defeat of ISIS was the result.
Do you remember in V for Vendetta where he was always like, England prevails? Maybe freedom prevails is the new Republican version of that.
And the restoration of the deterrence once lost is the result of America believing in her own might again.
Karen Pence, Kellyanne Conway. Oh, Kellyanne Conway's actually still gonna speak.
We see them if you just know where to look.
Okay, I can definitely turn it up. I had to like redo the volume settings on it.
It's the parent who will relearn algebra because there's no way they're letting their kid fall behind while schools are closed. And it's the cop that gets spit on one day and will save a child's life the next.
Okay, I got it turned up a little bit.
America is the country where the young military
If it needs up more, let me know.
answers the unexpected knock at the
Meanwhile,
door.
I'm gonna be looking
Looks
for
the man in uniform in the eye.
pictures.
And even as her whole world comes crashing down, she stands up straight, she holds back tears, and takes care of her family. Because she must. This is what heroism looks like. It's who we are. Nation of heroes. We need you now more than ever. We need to remind ourselves what heroism really is. Heroism is self-sacrifice. It's not moralizing and lecturing over others when they disagree. Heroism is grace, not perpetual outrage. Heroism is rebuilding our communities, not destroying them.
Oh, where's that picture that I'm looking
Heroism is
for?
renewing
Shit.
symbols that
That ain't
unite
it.
us, not tearing
It
them
ain't it.
down. See, America's a fabric,
Progressive.
woven from the threads of history's best stories, best
Where's the
attributes, and
old-
greatest ideas.
It's this old
America's
picture
spirit
that I'm looking
reflects
for.
the oldest and most important virtues: self-sacrifice, courage,
1929.
tolerance, love of country, grace,
Here we go.
and passion for human achievement. We can decide right now that American greatness will not be rejected nor squandered. As the American founding was grounded in individual liberty, so will be our future. But if we are to rediscover our strength, then it must be an endeavor undertaken by each and every one of us. We must become the heroes that we so admire. America was built by them, and our future will be protected by them. It will be protected by
All right.
you.
Is it still quiet? I'm sorry. I'm like jumping back and forth. So I don't want to bother you too much.
Good evening. I'm retired Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg. In 1967, At the age of 22, I volunteered to serve my country in Vietnam. From the jungles of Vietnam to the deserts of Iraq, I have gone where my nation asked. I have borne witness to soldiers' last moments on earth, their lives spent in hope and promise of a better future for all Americans. I was in the Pentagon on September 11th, 2001.
Okay, I can turn it up some more.
There that day.
Plenty of room. Plenty of room.
Years that
All
followed, I watched my daughter
right, I like doubled the
son,
volume. Let me know if
and
that.
son-in-law
Yeah, let me know if that's
to
better.
Afghanistan. I have looked into the eyes of my grandchildren as they said goodbye to their fathers and hugged them one last time. I lived service. I understand sacrifice. I know leadership. Over the past 3.5 years, I have witnessed every major foreign policy and national security decision by the president. I have been in the room where it happened. I saw only one agenda and one guiding question when tough calls had to be made. Is this decision right for America? When President Donald Trump took office, decades of failed foreign policy had crippled us. He faced wars without end in sight, creation of failed states like Libya and Syria, a past that allowed a terrorist caliphate to grow,
Terrorist.
and leadership in Washington
Terrorist.
that allowed our
I'm doing too many
military
things at
to
once.
atrophy while we spent trillions of dollars abroad instead of investing at home. President Trump
Oh yeah, that
has
makes sense.
reversed the decline of our military
He
and
leave him
restructured our
alone,
national security
Sheet.
strategy. With historic investment and vision,
He old man.
our military is now better equipped, better resourced, and better manned than any military in the world. President Trump demolished the terrorist ISIS caliphate in the Middle East and eliminated its leader, al-Baghdadi, one of the world's most brutal terrorists. President Trump took decisive action against Iranian terrorist mastermind, Qasem Soleimani, a man responsible for deaths of hundreds of American servicemen in Iraq.
That's, you know what?
When our NATO allies failed to meet their commitments as we upheld ours, President Trump
Oh,
demanded
go
parity.
fuck yourself with the
members
NATO
Have now
allies.
increased their contributions over $100 billion this year. And NATO's Secretary General.
We're America. Are we the best or are we not?
President Trump challenged and continues to challenge an ever increasingly provocative and militant China. But make no mistake, President Trump is no hawk. He wisely wields the sword when required, but believes in seeking peace instead of perpetual conflict. Just over a week ago, our president brokered a peace agreement between the United Arab Emirates and Israel, the first in the Middle East in over 25 years. And this week, Afghan negotiators, with help from American officials, will start peace negotiations between the Taliban and the Afghan government to end America's longest war. Ask yourself,
Seriously? Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe that's gonna happen.
us out of
1
needless
second.
and to pursue any
What is that
wars
like
without end.
the? Is that like the big
Has he
gotcha
defended your
right now?
interests
I
in
don't believe that for
renegotiating
1
trade deals
second.
that previously hurt
No,
Americans and
no
national
way.
security?
No
Has he
way.
fulfilled his commander-in-chief role by decisively going after our
Bullshit.
nation's
I'll
enemies?
believe it when I fucking see it.
You and I know. The answer is yes.
I'll believe it when I see
The
it.
choice is clear. This is the most important election
Dude,
of our
go
life.
fuck yourself.
The next 4
Yeah,
years
that ain't gonna fucking
will
happen.
decide the course of our country for decades to come. I am asking you to stand up and be counted, so we never have to look back
Here we go.
and recall
That should be
what it
good.
was
All right.
once like in America.
Now
when
I
men and
need a
women were
picture
free.
of
Our families were
McCady.
secure, and we had a president who served the people. God bless America. Thank you, and good night.
So here's the vibe I would get when I was watching this in 2016 is the RNC was not like Trump was all new. Trump was all fucking new. So
I am here as a white
when
to share how
he was getting up on stage and he was this like model figure, I guess, of the party. I mean, it was still fucking cringe. Don't get me wrong. It was still cringe as hell. But like,
when early tests revealed he had
I think that it's not a very good.
to terminate the pregnancy.
It's not a very good like comparison.
You will be burdening
but
your life, your family, and your community.
When I would go to church camp, and it was the annual conference that we would go to, and I would do like the youth part of it, and like, you know, you do like yeah God, and then you had business sessions, and then at night you'd be like yeah God, have like social stuff, and then like the last night was like the big concert, and you just and it's just like any other concert where you feel like this is like, oh man, you're in euphoria. That's how I feel like the RNC conference was 4 years ago. Like the last night when he went up there, and it was specifically when he did like the LGBT speech. It's like I could see if you were behind the Republicans and if you were behind this dude, you would be feeling euphoria. I can see it. Like, granted, I don't because I'm not garbage, but
Samuel was invited to the White House to meet our president.
I don't know.
And share his thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, they really captured their audience, and I think they're moving towards that.
Helped my dreams come true.
One of the things that Crystal was talking about. Ooh, I gotta get a picture of Crystal too.
I made many friends.
Some of the things that like Crystal was talking about. You know what, Sheila? I'll have to bring up the video maybe like this weekend. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Because it was, you know, it wasn't bright like this. It was, he was up on stage with all the flags behind him, lights down low, spotlight on him. I mean, like, you could see that this was the part of the concert where, like, hey, everybody, we're gonna sit back. We're gonna have some real talk, smooth tunes, right? Smooth tunes, ASMR Republican style. And then he goes up there and he gives the I'm going to be the law and order president. I'm going to protect everybody. I'm going to protect everybody's rights. I'm going to protect LGBTQ rights. Oh, he said it. LGBTQ. Like he was talking like it was some kind of fucking I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it because it was so fucked up to anybody who can see what they're doing. But then you go and you look at the audience for this, and they're probably just like eating it up, like, oh my god, I'm a part of something really special. And I didn't watch much of the RNC. I'll be honest, I didn't watch much of it. I watched like the end of it, and that's really about it. But like honestly, I can see where someone who is so jaded with what politics is going on, and someone who just had no room for Hillary, even if they were like a Democrat, could just look at this and be like, I want to be part of something special. Like a lot of voters are just like, I really want to be part of something. And I think that is what hit home in 2016 right at first. Bubbles, you're here.
Hey.
I have push to talk on for in Discord, but I do have the stream on.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, I have my YouTube stream on. I put it up in Super Cool Streams, but
how do I put it on? That's why.
Just hit the link that I put in the stream, one.
One link. Okay.
Me and Sheila were talking yesterday, but he's not feeling too good tonight, so he's just in chat with me.
Oh, I think I see you. Can I chat?
Yeah, you can get in chat, but like, if you're in voice chat here, let me take off push to talk, and then I can just talk.
But, I don't know if you're live.
the 2 years prior to ratification, the Silent Sentinel
Sheely, do you hear me?
picketed the
Yeah,
White
Sheely
House.
says he hears me.
Finally, when Republicans
Alright, so the link you gave me goes to an old stream we used to have.
Oh, okay, okay. I got that. I got that.
Women's suffrage movement took 72 years
Hey,
and would change
I'll
the
get
lives
off
of women
mic and
forever.
listen. Yeah.
The victory was achieved peacefully through the valiant efforts of women patriots and the democratic process. 100 years later, in a bold
Oh yeah, because it changes the. I can't just like go to my channel. All right, here we go. Here we go.
pardon to Susan B. Anthony
Here we go.
on the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment's ratification. Women's suffrage was born from a desire to fight for the freedom of others. Now, we, the great patriots of America, will band together once again. And with one unified voice, we will vote for freedom.
I'm Kayleigh McEnany.
Oh, fuck
You may
me.
know me as a supporter of President Trump, but tonight, I'm here to share with you how he supported me, both as a new mom and as an American
Oh,
with a
shit,
pre-existing condition. When I was 21 years old,
Oh,
I
my
got a call that
buffering.
changed my life. It was my doctor informing me that I had tested positive for the BRCA2 genetic mutation.
Did you leave voice chat bubbles? I don't hear you anymore. Or are you just muted?
84%.
Oh, you did leave. Okay,
It
okay.
was the same mutation that my mom had.
So
compelling her to get a
I
preventative
don't
double
know
mastectomy.
anything about how to change
But
enable
protecting her
DVR.
from
I
a
don't
disease
know.
that has
Fuck
taken
you.
far too many
I have like
mothers,
ultra low on.
sisters,
I don't know if that's what's
our
making me
friends.
buffer, but like even with ultra low
In my
on,
family,
it's
8 women
terrible.
alone were diagnosed with breast cancer. Several in their young 20s.
842 stream health
I now
is
faced
excellent.
The same prospect.
So
For nearly a decade,
I don't know.
routinely at
Is it?
market
Are you
cancer
able
center,
to just
getting
change the
MRIs,
quality?
ultrasounds,
Like maybe just
and
change the
necessary
quality down to
surveillance.
fucking like. Oh, you
During
can't
these
really
visits,
change my
I
quality.
crossed
Shit.
paths with brave women
Bullshit.
battling cancer and fighting through chemotherapy.
So they just changed
They were a
out Kellyanne
testament
Conway
to
with the
American
new,
They
younger,
are
upgraded
American
Kellyanne
heroes.
Conway.
On May 1st,
Oh my god, I need more
I
alcohol.
followed in my mother's footsteps, choosing to get a preventative mastectomy.
Low key fuck 2020.
The night before, I fought back tears as I prepared to lose a piece
All right,
of myself
so-
forever. But the next day, with my mom, dad, husband, and Jesus Christ by my side,
Jesus Christ was not by your side.
a mastectomy.
Fucking
Almost
stupid idiot.
eliminating my chance of breast cancer, a decision I now celebrate.
I'm sorry you had breast cancer, but like
Breast
you're.
reconstruction has advanced remarkably. While it is an
Can't
individual's
rage.
decision,
Can't
my
rage.
doctor and I chose a
rage.
course of surgery that left me virtually unchanged. But more important than physical results, I developed a strength and a confidence that I carry.
Are you
with
high
me.
keying for
During one of
her
my
or
most
for my
difficult
singing
times,
or?
I expected to have the support of my family, but I had more support than I knew.
Or is this fucker? Is it because my stream is buffering a lot?
The first calls I received was from Ivanka Trump. As I recovered, my phone rang again. It was President Trump.
Oh.
Calling to
high
check
key.
on me. I was blown
No, it's low key.
away.
It's low key fuck
Here was the
2020.
leader of the
That's the
free
song, right?
world, carrying
I'm not
about
fucking it up, am I?
circumstance.
I keep going to.
At the time, I had only met President Trump on a few occasions. But now, I know him well. And I can tell you that this
Yeah, it's
president
low-key fuck
stands
2020
by Americans with
by Avenue
pre-existing
B.
conditions.
And I'm on
President
YouTube,
Trump
so I can't
called me
play
this
songs or
morning.
else
spoke
I
with
get
him
taken
several
down, I
times
think.
Today, and he told me how proud he was of me for sharing this story. The same way President Trump has supported
Low-key
me,
fuck
he supports
2020.
you. I see it every day.
Copy image.
I've heard him say the hardest part of
Paste.
his job
Pose.
is writing
Pose.
to loved ones of
Pose.
fallen soldiers.
Pose. Yeah, I get
I've
that.
seen him
I really do
offer
get that. That's
heartfelt
probably a
outreach
really
to
hard thing to do.
grieving parents who lost their children to crime in the streets. And I've watched him fight for Americans who lost their jobs.
Americans.
President Trump fights for the American people because he cares about stories like these. I have a 9-month-old daughter. She's a beautiful, sweet little girl.
Okay.
And I choose to work for this president
Okay.
for her.
Okay.
When I look into my baby's eyes, I see a new life. A miracle. For which
Okay.
I have a solemn responsibility.
It's not a
to
miracle.
protect.
It's childbirth. It's fucking
That means
science.
protecting America's future. A future President Trump will fight for. Where our neighborhoods are protected.
He hasn't fought for anything. He sits in top lane and farms on Nasus all game.
Cherished, not taken out of our schools, removed from our
He got 1v1 killed as Teemo.
history. I want my daughter to grow up in President Donald J. Trump's America. Choosing to have a preventative mastectomy was the hardest decision.
Oh, you're actually talking about draft dodging. You're actually being serious. I was talking about League. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking nerd.
Children's future was the
He hasn't fought for anything. He stays in top lane as Nasus. He farms his Qs. I want that cannon minion because it's worth more Qs. What is this? Why are they playing the music as like... Walk off stage, bitch.
I'm Karen Pence.
Hi, Karen.
My husband is Vice President Mike Pence.
Oh, you're Mike
100
Pence's
years ago
wife.
today,
Oh.
the 19th
Oh.
Amendment was adopted
All right.
into
We
the
need
United States Constitution,
crystal ball.
guaranteeing women the right to vote. Because of heroes
We
like
need
Susan
a
Anthony
different
and
picture than I
Lucy
used
Stone,
yesterday.
Women today, like our
We are
daughters,
gonna
Audrey and Charlotte, and
use
future
which picture? Which
generations
picture?
will have their voices heard and their
Like, I
votes
think-
count. The women's suffrage movement was the gateway that led to women
Oh my
having the
God.
opportunities to achieve monumental milestones and accomplish significant achievements in both civic and governmental roles. This evening, we look at heroes in our land.
Where's she at?
As Second
Where's she
Lady
at?
of the United States for the past 3.5
The Populous
years,
Guide to
I
2020.
have
Thank you,
had the
Crystal.
honor of
I gotta
meeting
find a good
many
picture of her that I
heroes
want to use.
across
Come
this
on.
great country. The Pences are a
It
military
doesn't
family.
like fit the
Our
stream.
son
None of these fit
Michael
the stream.
serves in the United States Marines, and our son-in-law Henry serves in the U.S. Navy. And one
Yeah,
of my key
fucking-
initiatives is to elevate and encourage
I don't wanna talk about
military
rapists, though.
spouses. These men and women, like our daughter Charlotte,
That's my
and our
problem
daughter-in-law
is...
Sarah,
Like, that's my problem, is that the other side has a rapist going for them,
I have
too.
been privileged to hear so many stories of selfless support, volunteer contributions to the armed forces and our communities.
I hate the armed forces.
You know, military
Is that,
spouses
Sheely,
may
is that a
experience
bad
frequent
thing
moves
to
and
think?
job
Like,
changes,
I don't
periods of being a
like
single
the
parent
Army
while
or
their
the
loved one is
Navy
deployed,
or the Air Force or the
all while
Marines.
exhibiting
And if
pride,
you're in the Coast
strength,
Guard,
and
well, at least
determination.
you have guard in your name, but like they deploy the Coast Guard
All of
too.
the
So,
military spouses, thank you.
oh, I need a cute picture of her.
President Trump and Vice President Pence have been supporting our United States Armed Forces, including our military.
Well, oh, maybe I could do the one of her and Andrew
significant
Yang.
scale.
That would be
Travel
okay. Yeah, I'm doing that one.
collaboration
The one of her
to
and Andrew
educate
Yang.
military
That's nice.
spouses
I like it.
about policy solutions that President Trump has
Oh
promoted,
no, no.
involving real,
No, we going for this
tangible
one.
progress
We going for this
in
one.
military
Copy.
spouse employment.
Copy. Copy.
I have been
Copy.
inspired
Copy.
to meet heroes
Paste.
like Lisa Bradley and Cameron
Man, I can turn
Cruz.
anything into a crappy song, can't I?
These military spouses
Paste.
decided
Ooh,
to
that's a
start
little
their
big.
own business, our
We
Riveter,
are going to make
named
you,
after the Rosie
madame,
the
a
Riveter
little
campaign
smaller.
used to recruit women workers during World War II.
Scale.
Our Riveter makes beautiful handbags designed and manufactured exclusively by military spouses. And many of those spouses live all over the country. They prepare and send their section of the
Go.
bags to the company located in North Carolina, where the final product is assembled. Military spouse hero Jalon Hall Johnson,
There we go.
in Billings,
There's
Montana,
Crystal.
is a culinary artist who had dreamed of starting her own restaurant. Working with
All
the
right.
Small
What
Business
else we got?
Administration's
Because I want to
Development Center,
cringe and I want to stay. I want to stay like up to date with what's going on.
And she just
I just-
opened a second
I
restaurant
need
in
to
Billings, New
understand.
Hampshire.
How about this, Bubbles? I am so conflicted about what to do in this election. I'm so conflicted, and I feel like if I continue to watch the cringiest of RNC bullshit, maybe I'll come to a conclusion. Maybe I will come to hate everything that this party stands for so much more than I already do. Because right now, I'm so conflicted.
Said nothing had helped him deal with the trauma from his service in the Marines until he finally agreed to meet with the art therapist.
Sheila, is it buffering for you / Bubbles? Is it still buffering for you?
Art therapy with saving his marriage and his life.
Okay.
And Chris went on to establish a glass blowing workshop to help other vets. Many of our veteran heroes struggle as they transition back into civilian life, and sometimes
who dat?
stress is too difficult to manage.
You can't tell from my growls.
I heard.
Americans who answer the Veterans Crisis Line.
You start getting rusty at telling my growls part.
All I heard was wah. I have the stream up in the stream thread. It's the newer one. So I'm putting memes on the stream. So that's why I'm having fun doing that. So I wanna fly, take me higher.
In these difficult times, we've all seen so many examples of everyday Americans.
I don't know. I liked my memes from yesterday, Sheely. Okay, you're not having my buffering. I liked my memes from yesterday. I kind of want to just put the same ones up. And then maybe try to find some more.
First responders, mental health providers, law enforcement officers, grocery and delivery workers, and farmers, and so many others.
God's sake, open the link already.
It's probably because my YouTube sucks, which I understand, but...
So let's vote, America. Let's
I sent a message to Anne Marie and see if she's gonna play Stardew tonight.
4 more years. God bless our heroes and God.
You know, like Stardew is not a game I'm ever gonna be able to get into.
Why not? It's fun.
No, it's chores. It's motherfucking chores.
And Animal Crossing isn't chores?
I don't play Animal Crossing either. Katie plays that. I would not touch Animal Crossing with a fucking 16-foot pole.
Good evening. I'm Kelly.
Okay. I cannot believe. Okay, so Twitch versus YouTube. YouTube discoverability probably better. Oh, so they did bring back Kellyanne Conway. They resurrected her from the political grave. Her daughter probably hasn't disowned her yet. Okay, cool. Wonderful.
What are we watching?
I'm watching the RNC conference so I can cringe. If you want the link so you can actually be up to date and mute stream, here we go. I will send it to you.
I already have stream. Come on now, Republicans aren't that bad. At least they are still sane.
I will kick your fucking ass out of here.
Do it. I'm voting Republican this year. I'll admit that.
For many of us, women's empowerment is not a slogan.
There's no good candidate, independent or left, I will ever put my trust in. Bernie Sanders sold out.
Bernie Sanders bent the knee. He is weak.
Could have edged the guy wanting to do universal income. He's too crazy for me.
Andrew Yang, I can get behind Andrew Yang. I really can. I was almost about to put a picture of him up with Crystal, but I found that cute picture of Crystal. Oh, she's so cute.
Who was the one that
does not make for limited dreams? The promise.
Oh, the mayor.
Oh, Mayor Pete, he's a fucking piece of garbage. He's not progressive. He's garbage.
Then Biden's just there.
Biden is garbage.
Biden's just there to get a strong vice president to rule the country.
No, like, Tulsi was my girl. Tulsi was my girl through and through. But the problem is that, like, she bent the knee too, which pissed me off.
Like, they all, like
I don't know who I would even begin to think about backing next year. Or, like, not even next year, in 4 years. I have no idea.
Tulsi has a chance next year if she doesn't remain Democrat. If she goes
Yeah, we need
to,
to,
she has
like,
a chance.
Progressives really want to do something. We need a rebellion. We need a party rebellion. And I've been saying that for a long time, but...
No. Like, depending on how far you're talking about progressive, the Democrats need to cut away the far left elements and purge them from the system.
Okay, you don't understand what progressives are, do you?
I have two different vocabularies. Two different vocabularies for progressive. The far left, like communist progressive, that the media likes to tote around, or actual progressives taking on actual issues to fix the system.
Assuring them that they are not alone and that they matter.
Communism doesn't exist anymore, Dalton.
Yes, it does.
Our responsibility is to focus on those who have far less than us. President Trump has done precisely that in taking
come on, where we at? Pose. Pose. Pose.
He told me, "This is so important, Kellyanne. So many lives have been ruined by addiction and will never even know it because people are ashamed to reach out for help and they're not even sure who to turn to in their toughest hour."
Here we go. All right, cool, I got it. No. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do.
I was listening to do you know who Temple is?
Yeah, he's interesting.
He's like the one person on the left I have any respect for.
I don't consider him left. He's not on the left at all.
He's left central. He voted Bernie Sanders 16.
I don't consider him fucking left. He's a fucking sellout twat.
Nah, like he's stuck to his values. If you watch I watch him almost daily for news coverage, along with a few other creators. Like he's stuck to his values and he calls out same shit on the left and right.
And for the future of the children we all cherish. Thank you, and God bless you always.
You go fuck yourself, Kellyanne. Oh shit, that's not what I needed. Damn it. I
But he had disgusting piece from a podcast he was doing
to the community
where
workers of the Sacred Hearts of Jesus and Mary.
What was it? It was like
I was honored to be one of the president's
I forget the exact point he made, so I may be a bit wrong.
I must confess that I recently prayed while in chapel.
If the Democrats ever want a chance of coming back as a legitimate political party that outside of having like these fringe votes that really don't matter in the end because they're too much of a minority vote to really matter. They need a full purge and like a full purge back down to moderate level.
Okay, so the Democrats are not moderate right now. The Democrats are diet Republicans. The Democrats are owned by the fucking corporate people just as much as the Republicans are. They are garbage right now. They do not stand up for the people any more than any other fucking... other than the other asshole party.
Humility is at the foundation of our order, which makes it very
the fact that Bernie fucking bent the knee means that like there is no hope in Congress right now, in my opinion. Elizabeth Warren was like great for about 6 minutes until she showed her true colors about a month into the Trump presidency, and what's her face, fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. How she can come in, be a rebel, shake things up so much right when she first starts, and then, you know, within this amount of time, she's down to fucking Mama Bear. I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand it.
Because she's up for re-election.
Fuck your re-election. The only reason she got elected was because of her rebel nature.
Because what he said wasn't politically correct.
No, that's not.
Like, she didn't fix issues at all.
No, she didn't. She didn't like fight for hardly anything, and that's what pisses me off the most. Is that she came in, she was a rebel, which is great. I want people to come in and be fucking rebels, but she didn't get anything accomplished, and now she's, you know, Mama Bear.
And we must ask ourselves.
Well, the Democrats shouldn't split their votes because there shouldn't be, Sheila, there should not be corporate fucking assholes in the Democratic Party. That's what the Republican Party is for.
And like,
well, then don't be welcome as a Democrat. Fuck that party. Like, fuck the party if they're gonna be like that.
Like,
I'm too lazy to do it like right now. But next time my license is up, I'm dropping my affiliation. I can't. I can't be associated with this party in the state that they're in.
Defending life at all stages.
Go fuck yourself, defend life. I don't know that ranked choice would work here, Sheila. I don't know. I would have to look at it. But I don't think that it would. We don't have like a parliamentary system that it would work really well with. And when you have a system like that, everything becomes so big and bloated. And you're right, which, like, there's not a good answer for it, in my opinion. Like, have the Electoral College actually be the Electoral College after ranked choice voting. That would work, but then you're not voting for the president. You're voting for someone who's going to vote for the president, which is what our legal system-ish is, but that's not what we actually follow.
A blessing and an honor for me to explain why I believe that President Trump is a consistent winner.
I don't know how you feel about Ted Cruz. I feel like he had a strong, like, base.
Yeah, he did.
Like, if he ever ran for re-election next election cycle, if he's like somewhat remains kind of somewhat on his values he had in 16, yeah, I would vote for Ted. I just know I'm voting Republican this time because I don't see the Democrats doing anything good.
I live by those principles of hard work.
See, that's why I'm trying to watch this, because, like, if I expose myself to enough of the bullshit that these fucking players are spewing, maybe I can suck it up and vote for one of the two rapists. But I don't know.
And because they no longer ask, what can I do for my country? Only
Lou Holtz. Go fuck yourself. I thought he died. Oh, no, that's Joe Paterno. Never mind. Yeah, go fuck yourself, Lou Holtz. Fucking Notre Dame piece of shit.
Who embrace their responsibility to our country. I'm so proud of their sacrifices and the opportunity it has provided.
Okay, so how would it work, Sheila? You put all your rankings down, and then perhaps if... Did my stream die?
I guess they needed a place for the pigeons to land. But if you look closely, you will see these three words there. Trust, commitment, and love. All my life, I've made my choices based on these three words. I use these three rules to make choices about everything. My beloved wife of 59 years.
I don't know why I'm saying okay.
And of course, politicians, even President Trump. I ask myself three things. One, can I trust them? When a leader tells you something, you gotta be able to count on it.
Well, I'm behind by like 4 minutes, so
He says what he means.
I feel like I
He means
lost.
what he says. And he's done what he said he would do at every single turn. One of the important reasons he has my trust is because nobody has been a stronger advocate for the unborn than President Trump. The Biden-Harris
Yeah, I got kicked out of Discord.
is the most radically pro-abortion campaign in history. They and other politicians are Catholics in name only and abandon innocent lives. President Trump protects those lives. I trust President Trump. The second question I ask is, are they committed to doing their very best?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Trump always finds
Is
a way
stream
to
still up,
get something
Sheely?
done.
You can see?
If you want to do something bad enough, you will find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And excuses are a lot easier to find than solutions. President Trump finds solutions. President Trump is committed. And the third question I ask is, do they love people? Do they care about others? To me, this is very clear. President Trump has demonstrated.
Okay, so you can hear me. So my stream kind of just went dark. I got kicked out of Discord. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna try to close Discord out.
And live the American dream. President Trump loves our country and our great people. Trust, commitment, and love. In President Trump, we have a president we can
Okay.
trust, who works hard at
It's
making
fucking weird.
America
Lou
great,
Holtz.
and who
God.
genuinely cares about
Fucking damn it.
If I apply this test
Okay, now I'm back
Hey.
on. Okay, now I'm back on. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, apparently my stream's still up, but I can't see anything on it now.
Yeah, like when you were I had to go back a few on Discord to listen to you talk, not Discord, on YouTube to listen to you talk, because I couldn't hear you.
I was confused. Like, I have the fucking spinny on my stream right now. Let me refresh. See if that works.
Yeah, I got it set back to live, everything's up.
Thank you for showing up, Mr. President. I encourage everyone who loves this
But
country.
Okay, yeah, so everything's up, but I'm back on now. Okay, I'm back on Discord. I'm gonna start finding my memes. Okay, so I gotta find the... Okay, so that's... And this... I was looking for the one tweet.
I'm Michael McHale, but my friends call me Mick. I'm a 30-year
Let me
active
just...
duty member of law enforcement
Okay,
in the state
tab
of Florida.
crash. Yeah, I got fucking tab crash. Alright, so... What did I want? Workers... No, rats... No, BLM.
United States. Our endorsement recognizes his strong support for the men and women on the front lines.
Help us, please.
Particularly during these challenging
Copy.
times.
Copy. 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 Paste. No! Why? Why does it do...
Mental Health and
No.
Wellness Act and his support for permanently authorizing funds
Lock.
to support
New.
9/11 first
Okay, I don't understand GIMP.
their families.
Someone needs to give me a GIMP
Law
tutorial.
enforcement officers across the nation take an oath to run towards danger.
yeah, I
Everyone else
don't
is
know
running
anything
towards.
about GIMP.
They do so willingly to protect our families and communities. I'm proud that the overwhelming
God,
majority
Anne-Marie
of
isn't still
American
sleeping.
police officers are the best of the best and put their lives on the line.
Because
without
she
hesitation.
usually responded by now.
To know their elected leaders and the department brass have their backs. Unfortunately, chaos results when failed officials.
Alright,
in
so we'll
cities
just
like
move this
Portland,
up right
Minneapolis,
there.
Chicago and New York make the conscious decision.
Sheely, did you like the You Ain't Black meme last time?
Shootings, murders, looting and rioting
That's a good tweet.
unabated. The violence and bloodshed we are seeing in these and other cities isn't happening by chance. It's the direct result of refusing to allow.
This guy has a
law enforcement
rectangular
to protect
head.
our communities. Joe
Yes, he
Biden
does.
has turned his candidacy over to the far left, anti-law.
What other meme can I put up then? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get a picture of Kyle
Kamala
Kalinske.
Harris pushed to further restrict police, cut their training, and make our American
That
communities
poor suit
and
jacket.
streets even more dangerous than they already are. Conversely, President Trump supports the creation of a national standard for training on de-escalation.
Oh yeah, I decided when I come back to the league, I'm gonna learn Rise.
You're gonna learn what?
Rise.
Differences between Trump, Pence,
That's hard.
and Biden-Harris are crystal clear. Your choices.
Okay, anchor.
Are the most
All right,
pro
here we go.
law enforcement
New
president
layer. Here we
ever had,
go.
or the most radical anti-police ticket in history.
Scale.
We invite those who value
Really, anti-police? Are you people fucking insane? Like, these people actually believe this bullshit. I can't believe that, like, anyone would fall for this shit.
What did he say?
He said this was the most anti-police ticket in history. Like, are you dumb?
Camila.
You mean Cop Mala, who fucking locks up probably more people than anybody in the Republican Party ever has? Fucking sending parents to jail for truancy? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
She was probably the worst VP choice. Like, Biden couldn't make.
Look, she adds nothing to that ticket. The people that were going to vote for Biden are voting for him. The people that were on the fence, Kamala does nothing. Kamala does absolutely nothing. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you'd ever do that. Why is my stream so far behind? Because it's like buffering every 5 seconds. Alright. So we got... Well, Sheely, what other memes do we got? What other memes can you think of? What other good memes can you think of?
NPC meme. I love that meme.
Honor our men and women in uniform and sign the largest pay raise for our troops in a decade. Since our nation's founding, generation after generation of everyday Americans served and sacrificed to preserve and strengthen the American dream. The vision of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the idea that if you work hard and dream big, you can achieve anything you imagine. I believe in the American dream because I've lived it. Like millions of Americans, I grew up in a small business family.
And then maybe I'll actually save this background this time. I don't have Dublin in the background this time. I have the Bull Moose Party stuff. I love it.
To serve upstate New York, and am proudly the youngest Republican woman
Greetings, peasants. What's going on in this century?
I am honored to support President Trump for re-election because I know that he is the only candidate who will stand up for hardworking families and protect the American dream for future generations.
I don't know.
Since his first day
What can we
in
do?
office,
What can we do?
President Trump has fought tirelessly.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
For all Americans, despite the Democrats'
Who's this?
baseless and illegal impeachment
Representative
sham
Elise
and the
Stefanik.
media's
Oh, I've heard that
endless
name before.
obsession with it. I was proud to lead the effort standing up for the Constitution, President Trump, and most importantly, the American people. This attack was not just on the president. It was an attack on you, your voice, and your vote. But the American people were not swayed by these
Honestly,
attacks. Our support for
I'm not gonna put a
President
meme up. I'm gonna put
we know what's
my girl.
at stake in this historic election. Americans from all walks of life are unified in support of our president. It's why more Republican women than ever are running for office this year. We understand that this election is a choice between
Okay, if I hit the anchor, that makes everything better. I like it. I'll take the anchor. Yes. All right, here we go.
President Trump is working to safely reopen our Main Street economy. He understands that the engine of our country is fueled by the ingenuity and determination of American workers, entrepreneurs, and small businesses. Joe Biden wants to keep them locked up in the basement and crush them with $4 trillion in new taxes. We face a critical choice. Joe Biden's far-left failed policies of the past 47 years, or President
Does that look
Trump
good? No, I have
will
her a
stand
little bit
up
up
for
too
the American
far.
people
Put it right
and the
there.
Constitution.
All right. So what can I put? I got basically one space right here, and I could probably fit 2 to 3 things up here. What do you think I should do? If I moved healthcare up over the antlers, I could probably get like a long thing right here, and then another square. I could put a long thing right here and a square right beside it.
the greatest country on earth.
Let me see.
Oh, have you heard the reason why Democrats can't make memes? Like general Democrats that sit on Twitter all day.
I mean, I'm on Twitter. I have a progressive account that nobody really knows about, and I don't really see a lot of memes besides what Kyle Klinsky puts up. And like Kyle's memes are pretty fucking fresh. I'll tell you that. But
So
I assume there's a joke here, right?
So basically, no, it's like an actual thing. Like the left, like the people, Democrats that are further left than moderate, like moderates, who you would consider moderate, can't make memes because they're afraid of offending people, right?
I think I really think you're very confused, Dalton. Like, I honestly think you're incredibly confused about how, like, progressivism and leftism works. Like, maybe it's because you live in, like, Illinois. Maybe things are different there where you live. But, like, I don't think you understand how progressivism works. It's the idiots in the center that are like part of the woke culture, and they're the ones that are very afraid of offending people. I'm not afraid of offending anybody. I'm not afraid of offending shit, and I am 100% in every single like progress. Oh yeah, here, there's my guy. There's my guy. I'll put him on there. Yeah, perfecto.
I just turned 25. When I'm elected this November, I'll be the youngest.
I wanna fly, can you take me far away?
You just don't know American history. George Washington was 21 when he received his first military commission. Abe Lincoln.
There we go. You know what? All right, here.
And my personal favorite, James Madison,
Make him a little less, a little smaller so he fits. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We got it there, boys. I'm not going to say that anymore.
We held the line, scaled the cliffs, crossed oceans, liberated camps, and cracked codes. Yet today, political forces want to usher
Put him
in
up
the
a little
digital
bit.
dark ages. A time
Sup,
of
Kyle?
information without wisdom, and tribalism without
All right,
truth.
anchor. Here we go.
National leaders on the left have normalized emotion-based
Get him,
voting
Sheelite.
and a
Oh,
radicalized identity politics that
AFK.
rejects Martin Luther
No, but like,
King's dream.
I honestly, I don't think you understand like where everybody kind of falls within this.
To be judged solely on their character. Millions
I
of
assume you don't watch Kyle
Americans
Klinsky, right?
to come here because they believe in the dream of MLK and the American dream.
Dalton, you there? Or did you leave?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I assume you don't watch Kyle Klinsky. I assume you don't watch Crystal Ball.
No.
I assume, like, you watch the... Tim Pool was really cool when he was first like coming up, and then he got behind the oh, what's the dude's name? What's the dude's fucking name?
Fusion. I know you did stuff with Fox Fusion. Did some like documentary stuff about war zones.
You can kneel before God, but stand for our
Then he
flag.
started his
The
own
American idea.
news company and website.
When he first started his news company, he did a couple interviews on Seeker. And he was actually pretty cool back then. He was really cool when they were into like the government is shutting down news organizations. And then he got on the gravy train with, I can't remember this guy's name. YouTube interview Patreon switched parties California. Dave Rubin. There we go. I figure if I put enough keywords in, Dave Rubin will come up. Dave Rubin. Fuck Dave Rubin.
I'm also a lifelong Democrat.
Do you ever watch Dave Rubin?
No, I've seen his content a few times. It's just I don't like him as a person. Like he just gives me a weird vibe.
He clout chased hardcore when he realized that when he started a Patreon and he could get behind like all the edgy high schoolers and like young college kids that felt like they didn't belong. Like they wanted to be part of the Democrats because that's like the thing to do. But they wanted to be like, oh, I'm oppressed. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously, go fucking eat a fucking piece of stick and step on a nail, you fucking piece of shit. So they started just giving him all this fucking money. And he really, like, clout chased because of that. So, and I feel like Jeff Poole was kind of the same way, except he's not nearly as charismatic as Dave Rubin.
Like, there's a few times I've disagreed with the take that Tenfold was done just because like it was either a really bad take or information came out afterwards that if you look back on the video was just rushed. I understand the news cycle doesn't end. He has to get that content out there. Because he is a good independent journalist. But like I've watched Steven Crowder. Like I keep it fairly balanced because I find Tenfold to be more of someone who's in a center but is just left enough to deviate from conservative views.
Like Crowder is such a clown.
He is a clown, but he presents a good point.
No, he doesn't have good points at all. And like, granted, I don't watch Crowder for basically anything besides like when he puts anti-science up. But like, he's such a clown. How anyone could ever fucking watch him is beyond tangible to me. Like I don't understand it. How anyone could be like, I am ingesting good media right now while they're watching Steven Crowder is just beyond everything for me.
I watched Steven Crowder, Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro's a fucking clown too. Wow, I can talk fast. Does that make me sound better? Yay, yay, yay. I can talk fast. I can talk faster than you. And then like his entire idea behind winning an argument is I'm going to change the subject 16 times so you can't keep up, and because that's the debate format, then like I win because I just changed the subject and you can't refute anything I say. Go fuck yourself, Ben Shapiro. Go fuck yourself with a fucking wooden spoon, you piece of garbage. Fucking garbage person. How are you putting these people up and expect me to think that you're like fucking legitimate right now, Dalton? Like, what is wrong with you? What do you think I'm gonna say to this kind of shit? You want to put up fucking like piece of shit pundits that are completely biased and everything. You want me to take your shit seriously?
I know they're biased. That's why I don't watch them as much as I did, but because I had to take a break from watching the news. It's mentally draining, keeping on top of everything. I had to take a good 9-month break from watching almost everything news-wise.
He will forgive our sins, and he will heal our land. Amen, and God bless America.
I just recently got back into watching Tenfold, because I also used to watch Philip DeFranco.
I watch Philly D. He stays out of politics, like actually giving an opinion on politics, I think. He calls out people. He's not really good at calling out ideas, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just had one too many bad takes on situations that if you just looked at them a little bit harder, you could understand them. Like, he's just completely brushed over some shit. It wasn't okay. I understand everyone has a bias. I understand.
Mabby, you in here?
The CCP.
I know it was a fucking like
In April 2012, I escaped.
Because I try to keep everything fairly balanced. I watch, if I watch one show to the left, I'll watch another to the right. Because I occasionally go watch a Young Turks video.
Like I can't watch Young Turks either. They're obviously biased.
Yeah, like, but I hope it helps me get perspective of what the left, like, people who fall farther left than what I would consider Bernie Sanders, like, socialism is.
I don't consider most people on Young Turks left. Like, Anna Kasparian is everyone's, like, little token for, like, she's on the left. Like, what are you talking about? She's not left. She's just as much of a clout chaser as Dave Rubin is, just opposite. Like, she's talking about the shit. Sorry.
Like, there's like anything related to cops. Like any cop media I see comes out, the first place I go is to this YouTube channel, because it is ran by a former cop who is quite knowledgeable about like the Supreme Court cases and stuff like that. Trying to bring up his channel now, so I can send it to you. But like, he's like, he does his research. He breaks down shootings, explaining why they happen, how they happen, why the police have to do this or that. He criticizes where they do wrong.
We need to support.
Like, he calls out bad actors on either side. He calls like his bad actors like either side. Like, he calls out Sean King, Lee Merritt for lying about like police incidents.
Yeah.
I'm Congressman Lee Zeldin.
Like, he does like some funny stuff. He does like sovereign citizen bingo, where you can hear dumb people talk. Like, about being sovereign citizen, how they only listen to the Articles of Confederation.
Deployed to Iraq as an 82nd Airborne paratrooper.
I don't know.
And serving today in the Army Reserve. My generation.
Anybody can say they do their research.
Like, what was this last video? Like, he was gonna do one about Ruth Curry during the LA riot.
Serve and sacrifice for the greater good. Farmers, truckers, craftsmen, these heroes.
Like, he calls out
fights for them every day.
like the AOC for saying, like the nameless police. He calls them out. Calls them out for saying shit like that.
Like, who are you talking about? I'm so confused. AOC doesn't need called out for anything other than fucking bending the knee to the Democratic Party.
And underwent brain surgery.
With her fucking mama bear. I know I keep bringing it up, but her fucking mama bear bullshit just keeps killing me. Like, what is wrong with her? Why would you say something like that? Come out, blaze your guns, and fucking keep going.
And her will to live? My daughters are now starting high school and doing great.
Oh, I've seen this guy before. I've never really watched anything, but I've seen him before.
Yeah, like, he makes really good content. Like, it may not be your type of content.
Probably not.
But like, if you want to understand something police-wise, he'll break it down to where you'll understand, like, the kind of like training that goes into it.
That number quickly grew to 1.2 million masks, gowns, and more.
Like, one of my
the president sent thousands of ventilators to New York.
He has a video on Rashad Brooks.
Center to a field hospital.
If considering if a taser is a deadly weapon or not. He breaks down like the actual shoot body cam footage from the Rashad Brooks.
I don't know. Taser.
For New York was phenomenal. For our nation,
A taser can kill, but it shouldn't. So I don't know how I feel. I just, I understand that there are fucking laws and safety needs to be upheld, but the fucking brutality right now is just.
Because of the brave, and we are the land of opportunity because we have a
No, oh yeah, Angela, I get that 100%.
best of what we can be.
I get that 100%. Yeah.
A nation greater than ours.
See, I don't care if people call me toxic. I really don't. I don't get it at all. I don't get why, like, I don't care what a lot of people think about me. How about that? Because what do I have to lose? What? I'm going to go from a fucking 1 to a 0? What? Yay. Woohoo. Look, I'm burnt. I burnt myself the other day.
He's the best we've ever had. He's done the most.
I'm not even watching this. Alright, let's actually check in with the convention. Go Navy. They had, they were showing during the hype video the other day, when he was up at, when fucking Trump was up at Irvin.
I waited months for a signature on a piece of paper to get a prosthetic leg fixed, and now it's a lot better.
A while back, he came down to Alton, Illinois. Trump did.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have gone to that rally. He held down there for steel workers.
Rapidly was approved for medical, and then turned right around and got disability. I was thinking it was going to be several years.
Love it or not, Illinois has somewhat of a steel background.
Oh yeah, they do. They definitely do. Illinois and Indiana both, because like Indiana's where Gary is. I mean, that's flagship of the company. Even though, okay, whatever. Go fuck yourself, Gary.
Yeah, it's just like once our steel industry died, like we kind of like lost everything but farming.
Chicago still has the tin mill up there. I don't know what any other companies have in Illinois though, steel-wise.
I know there's a plant just opened up back down in Alton. I think there's a plant further south, but they're getting ready to build onto that plant.
My name is Joni Ernst. I was
Hi, Joni.
a small family farm here in Iowa.
Look, okay, so farmers are like the one place, because like a guy he's from Greene County, he explained like how Republican governors are actually very good for farmers and how like the Democrats are so out of touch with the way farms work. And that only works, frankly, and this goes back to the fucking system. Farms work on such tight margins. Like, they're tighter than any other business, honestly, other than, like, tiny startups. Like, oh my fucking god, the fact that farmers change, like, farm benefits change so much between administrations is bonkers to me. But, like, that's not a problem with Democrats and Republicans. That's a problem with the fucking system. And a Democrat needs to come in and fix that so that the farmers can get off the fucking... And here I am saying shit like this, that they can get off the teat of the fucking government relying on a Republican being in there to survive. This system needs to take care of the most important people in this country. In my opinion, farmers fall under that. Go farmers. I understand why you like the fucking Republican Party. I do. I do. I can't explain it because I'm a fucking dumbass, but I understand, like, their viewpoint. But oh my fucking god, like, it's part of it's the system. It's the system. I can't like say that enough. It's the system that needs fucking change. And the only people that are going to change the system are... Yeah, I'm with you, Angela.
When President Trump came to Cedar Rapids, the
yeah.
finally did too.
I was talking with Sheelite earlier, like when I remember back to the 2016 RNC, and you know that thought, and I bring this up because like I would go to conference for church where we would do like the annual conference. We'd have like, you know, fun shit to do, and then we'd have business time, and then night of the first day we'd have a little ice cream social. Night of the second day we'd have a dance. Night of the third day we'd have something else going on, and then like the final night before the last day of business, before we'd all get ready to go home, you had like this dark concert where it was like, hey, real talk, hey guys, hey, we gonna talk about some stuff tonight, like, you know, Jesus and all that. Hey, this is serious, guys. This is serious. And then, like, you know, they get us back into the rock after that. And this is a rock group. Ooh, I gotta remember the name of it, see if they're even still together. Probably. I would very much doubt if they're still together, but but like at that point, you know, like I understand why people they just want to be a part of something, and I get when Hillary was getting tried to put in office. I did not feel a part of that. Like, I voted for Hillary, and I did not. I had to just bring myself to do it. I wasn't happy about doing it. I didn't feel like I was a part of something. And people who went out and voted for Trump, I could see if they were watching that, they did it because they felt like they were part of something. They felt like they were a part of a movement. And that's exactly what the Democrats, I'm going to put that in big quotes, if like the progressives actually have some kind of revolution of the party and get rid of the fucking diet Republicans, but there's just too many of them. Yeah, you're right about that, Angela. Oh, you're right about that one. Are you that far behind? That sucks if you're that far behind still talking about the taser. You might want to like refresh stream. And you're probably going to hear that 10 minutes from now and be like, oh shit, I better refresh stream, boy. But, like, I can see that if you wanted to be a part of a movement, part of history, you get behind that. I mean, Dalton, am I wrong about saying anything like this?
No.
Did you watch the DNC in 2016? I didn't watch a lot of it, but like I do remember like that last night when he goes up there and, you know, lights down low, fucking funnel of American flags behind the fucking bitch. Lights down low, spotlight on him, and he basically is just like, real talk. I'm gonna be the law and order president. I'm gonna protect everybody here. I'm here for you. And then he gets into like I'm gonna protect everyone, even gay people. Even gay people, guys. Like, I'm a Republican and I love gay people. You better understand. This is happening now. This is happening. I'm gonna protect all rights. And I remember the cadence exactly how he did it. He's like, LG BTQ rights. Like, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, you fucking piece of shit. But like, people probably ate that up and they're like, wow, I don't feel bad voting about this guy, voting for him, because he's not racist, he's not homophobic, he just called out gay people and said he's going to protect them. I feel good. Like, yesterday, they were parading every single minority person up there, and the whole reason for it is to make people not think, wow, I don't want to vote for this guy. It's this party knows their marketing. They know their audience and they know how to get at them. And I haven't really been watching a lot of this, but it seems like this is the day where they get at like old school fart ass Republicans. Like, you know, we're gonna get people off the dole. We're gonna get we're gonna get the cops some money. We're gonna make sure the veterans are taken care of. All these, like, you know, like old school Republican values. And it's hard to fight against any of that. It's hard to argue against any of that because it's sensible. But it's also just the way that it's done is deplorable.
Yeah, like the tactics may not be the best, but I think Trump, as a president, is ushering in a new kind of Republican. In a sense, like, you have the old era, you have the Reagan Republicans, then you have kind of like this weird amalgamation of moderate. Then you have somewhere in that moderate set there is Trump.
Well, like, and here's the thing: you went in opposite order of the days that the day that these conventions are supposed to be taken care of. Day one was really like, I want to get the Trump base excited. It was like parading all these people out, saying Biden's a socialist and he's a puppet. Like, stuff that nobody actually believes if they have half a brain. I'll even go quarter of a brain. I'll even go, like, 6% of a brain. If you have 6% of your brain functioning, you don't believe any of that. But it gets his idiots. Like, people that actually believe this shit, it gets them going. Which is pathetic, in my opinion, that anyone would ever believe that. But fine. Day one. Day two was really all about the moderates. It was about people who were on the fence and not wanting to vote for Trump because he's such a piece of shit. And like, they were parading everybody out there that makes these people feel better about voting for Trump. That makes these people feel like, I'm not a racist. How can I be a racist if there's a black guy and a Hispanic guy and Melania Trump who has an accent? How can I be a racist if those people are speaking at the RNC? And today is really all about, like, just like you said, those Reagan Democrats. Reagan Democrats, not because they're going to vote Democrat, but because they might not vote at all, and you've got to get these people invigorated to be able to go out to the polls. Because they don't want the same thing to happen to Trump as what happened to Hillary, where the moderates were the only ones, frankly, that went out and voted for her, and the people that actually have principles on the left side of the party were like, nah, man, I can't get excited for this. Like, they would go and interview people out in the boonies, I remember, and like, there was a lot of like African American communities where they would go out there and they're like, wow, okay, I better not be doing that because that makes my camera shake. They're all just like, hey, did you vote for Hillary? No. Did you vote for Obama? Yeah. Why didn't you vote for Hillary? I wasn't excited for her, man. I get that. I get it. I can't argue against that. There's no argument against that. But like, they don't want the same thing to happen to Trump, where they're like, people just aren't excited to vote for him, so they don't. And I think that's what today is for. Today is aimed at those people.
Yeah, I also feel like with it, like, there has to be at some point during this conference, right? They hit on the new age Republican. It's not like kind of like a Trump Republican. It's not like any other Republican I've seen. It's not even they're more of a centrist, like right-leaning centrist, but like have like some deep heavy views in Republican.
Right-leaning centrist, also called Democrat.
Preconceived notion I had of this family disappeared immediately.
No. Centrist and you have centrists, Republicans, and Democrats.
You're right. The Democrats are more right than centrists. Correct. You are correct, Dalton. As long as you stop talking right there, you are correct.
Well, like,
I will give that one to you. You win. You win. Alright, here we go. I gotta find a picture of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
But no, like, there's this new age of gay Republicans, even like black Republicans, that are coming out on social media and just representing. I don't know if there's algorithm bias on my social media feed, right? But I see that content everywhere. Like, there's these gay people saying, I was like leaning left, Democrat. I just feel like my interests are better served going this way, because I actually do get the protections I need, instead of having a president candidate that
female small business ownership remains
hates the fact I can get married now.
600,000 women have been lifted out of poverty, all since.
Because as far as I know, I don't know if Biden's reversed his opinion. Last time I knew Biden's opinion, he was against it.
He was against what?
100 years ago
Gay
today,
marriage.
the 19th Amendment was ratified.
Well, he probably says that he's not against it now.
And since that day, incredible strides have been made by women in America. From Amelia Earhart to Rosa Parks and Sally
Are you talking, Bubbles, are you talking about this girl who's talking right now? Who is named... I don't know what her name is. Laura Trump. Oh, Laura Trump. Are you talking about Laura Trump, or are you, like, way far behind?
She's pretty far behind, if I remember right.
I don't remember what she threatened people victim to her husband's rape. I don't know who that would be. I'm not paying attention to the stream, and I really should be. I'm more looking for memes and pictures of Macklemore. I want such a Macklemore kick right now.
uncharted, frightening path towards socialism.
Okay, so now we're getting back into the frightening path towards socialism. Are you a fucking idiot, Laura Trump? Yes, you are. I know you are, but...
we destroyed ourselves. While those words were spoken over
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Like, we're on more of like a light... Like,
Biden is not a progressive. Biden is not a socialist. Biden is, if 50 is centrist, 100 is liberal, and 0 is conservative. Biden is... Yeah, Bubbles. YouTube delay sucks ass. I'm on the lowest latency. Sucks ass.
When I look at my son Luke and my daughter Carolina,
So, but
what sort of country will
like Biden is not even close to progressive. He is like, what was I saying? 100 is liberal, 0 is conservative. Like, honestly, I would put Biden at like a 40, and I'm gonna put Trump at like maybe like a 15, 14, 13, maybe on that one. He's not fucking, you know, he's not literally Hitler, but I don't even, like, and honestly, I don't even think the guy believes in everything he says. He says things to make people happy, to make people vote. What the fuck does he care? He has a bazillion fucking dollars, too.
Like, I would rate him a little bit higher. I'd give him about a 45, because he is a little bit more libertarian, because he did come from like a libertarian background, so some of those ideals are still there. Well, not a lot. Like, he's definitely changed parties quite drastically, because he was a devout Democrat for a bit.
Yeah, but he probably didn't believe anything. He jumps around based on what will help him the most.
From my 7th grade English class was right. What I learned about our president is different than what you might have heard. I learned that he's a good man, that he loves his family, that he didn't need this job, that no one on earth works harder for the American people, that he's willing to fight for his beliefs and for the people and the country that he loves. He is a person of conviction. He is a fighter and will never stop fighting for America. He will uphold our values. He will
Basically, I had a professor discuss
and he will build upon
what
the great
woke
American
means
edict
to
that our
me
union
in
will
class.
never be perfect until opportunity is
What it means to
equal
be
for all,
woke.
including and especially for women. Our 40th president, Ronald Reagan.
But for full disclosure, I go to like a liberal arts college, so it's fairly like you're gonna get a lot of the crazier academia types that are so far in their doctrine, indoctrination that it's hard to pull them out. But God, hearing him up there preach like, oh, woke to these issues, like, nah, they're not really woke to these issues. They just know how to harness their own racism into what sounds good to people.
See, and that's what I really hate about this party right now, is that they don't believe a lot of this stuff. They're saying shit in order to... They're saying shit in order to fucking clout chase. I don't like clout chasing.
Here's what gets me, like, there's a video going around. What's like why racist and people that are woke, like actually woke that believe in the shit, our best friends, because they believe in a lot of the same shit, like ethno states. Like if you look, like I know it's like cherry picking, like on Twitter. If you look hard enough at all like the crazy idiots who say they are to the left on the political spectrum, there's a few of them that say we should have ethno states.
Oh yeah, like who's the dude that was hail trumping earlier, like during 2016? I forget the guy's name, but he's like the fucking he's literally like I'm a Nazi, and now he's behind Biden because he said Trump did not help his people enough, and Biden's his guy now.
Robert. Richard Spencer?
Yes, Richard Spencer. That's the dude. He's 100% behind. He's 100% riding with Biden right now. Which is like, if Biden had any fucking brain on his shoulders, he'd be like, I don't accept.
Like, here's the thing. He's not actually like a straight up Nazi. He's just like a ethno-nationalist.
Oh yeah.
Like a straight up Nazi would have more anti-Semitic views.
Yeah, he's not he's a fucking pansy ass too. Like he got in like a little bit of a fight and he just like fell right out. He is taking advantage of a situation and getting in on the clout that he can get, because in that industry, if you can get people to like you, you can get people to pay you. And that's all he was doing. And he has, a certain point of view that he's taking care of. Bose, I'm almost with you. Like, I don't want to fucking vote. I'm still, I still have my guy that I'm voting for right now. And I just keep thinking, I want to watch this so I can suck it up and vote for the rapist. But I'm not there. I'm not there. And PJ was chatting with us yesterday, and he almost got me. But I'm not there. I can't do it. I can't suck it up and vote for the rapist. Either of them. I don't know. Someone needs to convince me. Because I'm not there.
I know I'm never going to convince you because I can't string 2 points good together, as you know. But I know why I'm voting for Trump. Because
okay, how about this? You lay out for me exactly since 2016 how Trump being in office has helped you. Ready, go. You have the floor for 45 seconds. What has he actually fucking done? Because I think my guess is I could actually lay out more that Trump has done to help me than you.
Yeah, he's probably has done more to help me, because I really don't have much in this world. I really have to pay taxes on. I don't own a house. I don't have kids. I don't have 3 or 4 cars. But him actually sticking to what he said he was gonna do, building the wall.
What has he stuck to that he say he's gonna do? He has not gotten anything. If I was a Republican right now, I'd be so pissed that we voted this douche in, because he has not kept to anything. He's not kept to fucking anything. He's not followed up on what? Give me a list of things. Give me a list of things.
Yes, he said he was gonna build a wall in Mexico, but the threat of building a wall slowed illegal immigration.
Bubbles, you right. Bubbles, you 100% right. Obama was exciting because he instilled change. Obama, when he came into office, promised hope. And that was something that this country needed at that point, that the people who were voting for him needed more than anything. That's why people loved Obama, and that's why people have such nostalgia for Obama. If you actually look at his record, what did he accomplish when he was president? Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing.
Besides setting up a author executive branch hit list, if you like ever get a chance, look up like it's like a dynamic triangle of threat. Basically, here's how he categorizes a person for a drone strike or military precision operation to kill him.
Yeah, like Obama was the king of drone strikes. Obama deported more people. Hillary, yeah, you're right, Bubbles. Hillary was very much against gay marriage. She was so famous for like the whole "Stand by Your Man" when those allegations came out. Like, stand by your man no matter what the fuck he did. And then, like, you know, Obama eventually came around on the gay marriage thing, but he came around because it was politically convenient for him to do so. And even then, he did not need to take a stand for it because the Supreme Court did it for him. The Supreme Court is responsible for the lifting of gay marriage ban. Wow, that came out really poorly. Obama didn't have to take a stand. He was able to let someone else do the hard work for him. And that's pathetic.
Like, I'm just going to throw this out here. You know when Trump banned transitioning while you're in the military, right? A lot of people say it was a trans ban. It just banned transitioning in the military. If you did it beforehand and you were mentally stable, you were fine. After the military, you were fine either way.
Well, I mean,
because transition can cause a lot of mental stress.
No, I understand that. I understand that completely. And okay, you know what? I'm not going to say that because I don't want to call out someone right here. So I'm not going to say that because I don't know what you know. But like, yeah, it does. You're literally changing the sexual organs that you may have had from the second you were born. You are literally changing your body. It can cause mental instability. I understand that, and I don't want anybody in the military. But if you're going to be going in the military and you have like that mental instability, I get not wanting that. I'm not gonna lie there, and you might be completely right. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I know you're right or I know you're wrong because I don't know.
Like, I had to have like someone, like I know, like someone who was in the military. I would go to school with break it down to me because like he understood the language a lot more than I did.
And yet, no candidate could bring themselves to admit that something had gone badly wrong with American foreign policy. That the American voter, the American soldier, and the American taxpayer had all been let down. Except for one.
Yeah, like I had him break it down for me. That's why I know what I know.
What they were.
It's just like the way it was thrown out there, and it still is thrown out there. Like, I understand. It's also cost so much money to help someone transition. Because I'm one of a few. I'm in a few communities where they actively talk about that. It's upward. Let me get like a exact full amount, because I know it's in one of the channels here.
They engaged in nation building in Afghanistan and tried to export democracy to Iraq. They signed a nuclear deal with Iran.
Because I remember seeing.
Is it in one of your other Discords or?
Yeah. I remember seeing it up to like almost $9,000 per section. For
hi, Bobby.
Like $9,000 for the hormones because they didn't have insurance.
Entire communities were devastated.
What's wrong? Come here. You want us to lay down? Come here. Come here.
That's what happened when Washington stopped being the capital of
You say hi to Bubbles.
And started being the
You say hi, Bubbles.
As U.S. ambassador to Germany, I had a front row seat to Donald Trump's America First foreign policy. I wish every American could see.
It's not coming up now, but they talked about where in some of the states it was like $9,000 to transition with all the hormones costs.
Oh yeah, and it causes. Look, I know a couple people who have transition, and it's tough. It's tough on your body. It's tough on your mind.
To pay for your security, I actually respect you for out negotiating the presidents before me.
Like, I invited the person I messaged you about to the server.
Yeah.
Because it is a supportive community for people who have like non-conforming gender identities, and people who experience what they experience medically. It has people in this community with that. So if they do need help, they can reach out. Like, I know a few moderators right now. If I were to message them, that I would get a response in 2 seconds.
And sign peace deals that make Americans safer.
Because I was around when this server was founded.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know exactly which servers you're on, but like I've seen the pictures, so. Bubby! I think Bubbles left, so you're still here though. Anybody want to say hi to Macbeth? Look. Oh my God, dog! Stop jumping around. Here, I'm trying to just get you. Hello. I'll put him right in front of my face so that people see him. Hello, hello. Look, happiness. He looks so distressed. All right, you want to get down? Do you want to get down, or you want to sit with me? You can sit with me, but if you want to get down, you can.
In the middle of the night to deal with Iran. But that plane was on a different mission.
I wanna fly. Can you take me far away? Former acting director of national intelligence. Like, I can't even like watch any of this without just hating everything about the world. Because there's no good answer to any of this. What you saying about? Oh yeah. Okay, that server. That's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, I got you.
Don't let the name mislead you. Like, yes, it does have that on here, but it's also a really supportive community of people who are in that situation.
Yeah, I got that.
48 years ago. Well, it's actually
you want to hear my conspiracy about the JFK killing?
No, you told me about that.
No, I haven't. I saw something and made me believe this. Like, straight up believe this.
I could have swore you told me already.
No, my theory is the CIA did, right?
That's JFK. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty standard there, Dalton.
But like,
what are you gonna tell me next? Caitlyn did it?
No, like, I seen like the CIA, like JFK was planning to cut their budget like 30%, cut back like on the clandestine operations.
And what I saw made me
and what does the CIA thrive off of? Conflict. It needs active zones to go to. Why not stir up more conflict?
Yeah, but I'm with you on that one.
They lied to judges. Then they classified anything that undermined their case. And after Donald Trump won the election...
Look, Bubbles, everyone I work with is all about Trump because they take the line that, like, he's going to save their jobs. There are, like, 90% of the people I work with believe that if Hillary Clinton was elected, they would not have a job. And I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe that would happen. I don't believe you can just gut a company like that.
That's the Democrats. Between surveillance, classification,
leaks, and puppet if Walmart wasn't as ingrained as it is in this, in this country, because it's Walmart's synonymous with most towns that's going to the store.
I think 81.
I believe Walmart would be gutted from all the smaller stores.
Well, I think Walmart should be gutted by smaller stores. It's hard to have small steel plants, though.
I mean, if I had the room, I would have like a forge in my garage.
Yeah, wouldn't that
So
be
I-
nice?
First does not advance the interests of one group
Don't
of
you
Americans
have a
at the
shed?
expense of another.
I do. I have a shed and I have a den. My den is underneath my garage. I do,
urban or rural.
like my woodworking stuff is in my den. And then like my shed I really just use for storage. I really don't use it for anything else.
But you have room to build a forge. They're not hard to build. They just
No,
need
I definitely would have room. Hi.
That's America first.
I definitely would have room to build. But like
And that, my friends,
I'd rather raise fish. Like that's what I would want to do with my room is raise fish. But I know I don't have the effort to put into that.
Like, I want to get a hydroponics farm.
By Dawn's early life,
Is it hydroponics or hydroponics?
Hydroponics is where you have the plants in the medium, you add like the salts to the water as nutrients for the plant. And then there's aquaculture, which is raising fish in tanks. And then when you put the two together, you get aquaponics, where like you raise fish and you also have a hydroponic farm and the two share water.
Yeah.
So, like, I would love to do that. I wouldn't do it in the way that most people do it. Like, I think soil is amazing, and I wouldn't want plants to just like live in a sterile medium. I think that like purging the water out of the system periodically and feeding that to the plants is the way to go. But you know, to each his own. Everyone says like aquaponics is organic. Like, okay. No, that's not what makes things organic. It's a certification, you idiot.
And that certification is really easy to get.
It's easy, but it's also expensive. It's expensive as shit. But that's why it's easy to get, because they get their money.
Yeah, like the way like I'm gonna do my setup when I have the room. I already know I have to get a big golden frizz because I don't have room for an industrial sized shelf.
Yeah,
Like,
and Bubbles, that's a whole, and you're probably really far behind too, but you're talking about the trans in the military, because that is, again, part of the problem with the system. Okay, you shouldn't, if you are in the military and you're fighting hand in hand with your brothers in arms, there should be fucking nothing that you harass the people that you're with. If you do that, and I'm talking from like a pro-military standpoint here, if you do that, then you don't deserve, like if you are harassing the people that you are volunteering to serve with, you don't deserve to be in the fucking military. You deserve to be in fucking jail.
it was in this small Indiana town.
But like I'm not a military person, so like maybe I have a different perspective on that. So
I on that same server I sent you earlier, I was talking to someone who was actually serving the military. About let's say it was about a year before Trump got elected. So and they were. I may have a time zone too, because it may be on a different server as well.
I mean, it makes sense if you have your times wrong. Republicans usually get times wrong. Like the guy that said that Obama should have been around for 9/11. He spent all his time in the Oval Office and on vacation.
Our nation's strength begins at home, because strong families make
Anyway,
I don't know.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It's between two different servers.
Hi, Bubbles. No.
Because he was in the military, and he had the hobby of
ABC News has learned that Donald
cross-dressing.
Trump will choose
Yeah.
Indiana Governor
And
Pence to be his running mate.
he got major harassment for it, because he
Well,
had
and, like,
more of a.
Vice President.
And maybe I'm missing something with like how the military fucking works, but like if you're brothers in arms with someone, don't harass them, no matter what they are. They're willing to go and fight and die alongside you. You want to harass them? Go fuck yourself.
He is solid as a rock. He's been a fantastic vice president.
But again, maybe I'm fucked up. I don't know. I'm sure I'm fucked
Well,
up.
you don't. You like even like history points out there was an army of nothing but gay lovers at one point in history.
And resilience.
And you know what? They beat the Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? Because when they saw their lover die, they fought harder.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that like literally makes sense.
Like, I don't agree with how the army was set up, because there was like a 30-year-old man, like a 14-year-old boy, but that was back then. That was acceptable.
Yeah. What happened?
Then
playback. Whoops.
When the older man would retire, the former boy would become a mentor to the now younger recruit. It was a really messed up system, but hell if it
Please welcome the Vice President of the United States.
It was even
Wow, stream quality fucking sucks.
There's even evidence to point that the Spartans were a little bit gay as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, like Romans. You weren't gay, you weren't straight, you loved people.
The Romans didn't actually think this. You were only gay if you were the one taking it. Like, that's just Romans logic. Greek logic. If I know anything from listening to their mythos, they did not have any sort of sane role model at all to follow.
God, he looks like such a fucking robot. Like, his face doesn't move when he talks. Like, what is wrong with this man? What the fuck? What do you inject inside yourself to make your face just do nothing when it moves?
Botox.
It's an honor to speak to you tonight. From the hallowed grounds of
But,
Fort
like,
McHenry. The site of the very battle.
Do you
that
remember like
inspired the
that
words of our national
meme
anthem.
that went around? I don't know if it was full
Those
meme
words
either.
have inspired
That, like,
this
when
land
Trump
of
got in
heroes in every
office,
generation
Mike
since.
Pence was gonna send all the
It was on this
gays
site
to like conversion
206
camps.
years ago.
Oh yeah, because I mean he did do that, not like large scale, but like he did do that in select cases.
From the most powerful empire on earth. They came to crush our revolution.
Like,
to
I
divide our
like
nation,
how everyone blew that out like
end
out
the
of
American
proportion.
experiment.
He really doesn't have the power to do
The
it as
heroes
vice
who held
president
this fort
or any
took their stand for life.
form of power if he became president to do that.
Well, that's like the whole thing is that
And the American
people are afraid of this because they think that
Those
the
ideals
presidency's
have defined
power
our
is getting expanded. And they're afraid of like Trump turning into a
hardly
dictator.
ever mentioned
I'm not going to fucking argue
at
that
last
one
week's
because
Democratic National Convention. Instead,
it could go, it could happen.
Democrats spent
Who am
4
I to say
days
that ain't gonna
attacking
that's going to
America.
happen? I can
Joe
say
Biden
all
said
day that
we were
I
living
think
through
Trump
a
can be controlled
season
very
of
easily.
darkness.
Like I look at the
But as
past 4
President Trump
years
said,
and he seems like he can be
where
controlled.
Joe Biden
But
sees American
who knows when that
darkness,
falls out?
we see
Who knows when that
American
falls out
brightness.
and it becomes convenient for him to stop being controlled, to just fucking go ham on everything.
In
Because
these
he's proven
times,
that
our
he
country
does
needs a
things
president who believes in America,
just because they're convenient for
who believes in the
him
boundless capacity of the American
for his
people
family.
to meet any challenge.
He was a Democrat when it was convenient for him to be a Democrat, and he's a Republican now that it's convenient for him to be a Republican.
America
He doesn't believe in a
4
fucking
more
thing. He doesn't believe in
years
any
of President
principles.
Donald Trump
Garbage.
in the White House.
If he does get reelected, we're gonna see a whole hell of
Before I
like,
go further, allow me to say a
unreleased
word to the
Trump.
families and
He will
communities
have
in the
no
path of
restraint
Hurricane
and get
Our prayers are with
everything
you
in his
tonight.
power he wanted
And our administration is working closely with
because
the
he has
colonies and the
nothing to
states that will
lose
be
if he
impacted.
gets reelected.
FEMA
I'm
has
still calling that
mobilized
he's gonna get
resources and
reelected.
supplies for those in harm.
Oh, I know he's gonna get reelected because
is a
Democrats
serious
screwed the
storm.
pooch on this one.
And we urge all those
Here's
in
like
affected areas
the
to aid state and local
the thing that
authorities.
like the
Stay
guy I
safe
work with, he lives up in the mountains
and know that
basically,
we'll
and
be
he's
with
like, you know,
every step of the way.
Hillary lost
To
because
support,
everybody thought she was
rescue,
gonna win,
respond,
but you had all
and
these
recover
mountain
in
people
the days and weeks
that
ahead.
they speak with
That's
their
what
votes.
Americans do.
They're not gonna answer a poll. They're not gonna answer a question. They don't got time for that. Why would they pick up the phone? But when it
4
comes time
years
to
ago,
vote,
I
you better
answered the
believe they
call
will
to
be
join
out there
this ticket.
voting. And like
Yeah, I
that's
don't-
his
Because I
theory
knew
as
that
to
Donald
why
had the leadership
Trump basically
and the
just
vision to make America
cleaned
great
house.
Like,
And for the last
Trump
4
was
years,
also the
I've
anti-establishment
watched
vote.
this
His
president
first
endure
time
unrelenting attacks,
first
but
time
get
ago.
up
Yeah, he's
every
not really
day
holding to that right now,
and
but
fight to keep the promises
Like,
that
he
made
won't
to
be
the
like
American
the anti-establishment because he is the
So with
establishment at this
gratitude
point.
for the confidence President
But he's
Donald
more
Trump
of
has
a
placed in me, the support of our Republican Party,
anti
and the grace of God,
old
I
establishment.
humbly accept
He isn't
your
one of the
nomination
cronies.
to run and serve as Vice President
That-
of the United States.
That's part of the swamp issue.
yeah, he never did any swamp draining really. He just replaced the swamp and made the swamp all listen to him.
He's calling like there's a big like fallout of pedophiles that are sinners and stuff happening now. But I think it took a little bit too late in his presidency. But his presidency is also marked
Serving the
an
American people in this office
unprecedented
has been a journey I never
interference
expected.
by Congress as well.
It's a journey that would not have been possible without the support of my family.
Because I think he could have got
Beginning
work
with my
done
wonderful wife, Karen.
if Congress, more importantly, the House of Representatives, weren't breaking down his
She's a
neck
lifelong
and trying
school
to
teacher.
impeach him at every
An incredible
movement
mother
he
to our 3
made.
children. And
When
she
they
is one
should never
outstanding
put that
second
fight
lady
in
of the
the
United
first place.
States. I'm so proud of her. And we couldn't be more proud of our 3 children. Marine Corps Captain Michael J. Pence and his wife Sarah. Our daughter Charlotte Pence Bond, an author and the wife to Lieutenant Henry Bond, who is currently deployed and serving our nation in the United States Navy. And our youngest, a recent law school grad, our daughter Audrey, and her fiance, who, like so many other Americans, had to delay
Is
their
there a
wedding this
new
summer.
Kingdom Hearts coming out?
But we can't wait for Dan to be a part of our family.
I don't think so. They just released the third one.
Whoa, you alright?
In addition,
You want to get down? Here you
My
go.
wife and kids,
Whoa!
the person who shaped my life the most is also with us tonight.
Oh my god.
My mom,
It is so disorientating watching the stream and listening to you talk in Discord.
Oh yeah, I know.
She is the daughter of an Irish immigrant, 87 years young. And Mom follows politics very closely. And the truth be told, sometimes I think I'm actually her second favorite candidate on the Trump-Pence ticket. Thank you, Mom.
Oh.
I love you. Over the past 4 years,
Whatever
I had the
happened to
privilege to
Marco
work closely
Rubio?
with our president.
Marco Rubio? I think
Yeah.
he's just
When the
like
cameras are
silently
off.
still serving.
Americans see President Trump in lots of different
Marco! Yeah, he's still the senator.
But there's no doubt how President Trump sees
Like
America.
I think if I remember right,
He
he
sees
has
America
somewhat
for
of
what it is.
he has somewhat of a
A
good
nation that has done more
campaign
good in this
yeah.
world than any other.
campaign going on.
A nation that
He-
deserves far more gratitude.
He doesn't create news because
And if you want a
he
who falls
doesn't like
silent
say a
when
lot
our
of shit on
heritage
Twitter
is
that's like
demeaned or
nutty.
insulted, he's not
Like Ted
your
Cruz,
man.
he's still a nutcase. Like he's still a fucking nutcase on Twitter. He still says stupid shit on the Senate floor. Fucking reading Sam
Now,
I
we
Am
came
like a
by
fucking
very different routes
dingus.
to this partnership.
Marco Rubio, he
And some
stays
people
kind
think
of
we're
silent. Like he's the Republican candidate that you're like,
But, you know, I've learned a
You
few
know,
things watching him.
uh,
Watch him deal with all that we've been
I can deal with his level of normal. He's still a
He
garbage
does things in
person.
his own way.
He still
on
doesn't
his own
like
terms.
stand up for anything that I would ever want to
Not
stand
much gets
for,
past
but
him.
I
When
see
he
the
has an
appeal.
opinion,
Especially
he's
because he's from
liable to share
Florida and you're going for like the senior vote
he
a lot
certainly kept
there.
things interesting.
Oh, did you
More important, President
did you
Donald
ever
Trump
hear
has
about
kept
Ted
his
Cruz's
word
nickname?
to the American people.
His nickname?
Yeah, Ted Cruz is a Zodiac killer.
Ted Cruz
In a city
nickname.
known for talkers,
Ted Cruz
President Trump is a
Nickelback.
doer. And few presidents
Are
have
you
brought
talking
more
about
independence,
Felito?
energy, or determination to that
No,
office.
like there's a meme going
4
around
years ago, we
during
inherited a
election
military
time,
hollowed out
2016.
by devastating
Ted
budget
Cruz
cuts.
was the Zodiac
An
killer
economy struggling
from way
to break
back when.
out of the slowest recovery
really?
since the Great Depression.
Yeah.
ISIS controlled
What?
the mass twice the size
That
of
is
the
so
United
funny.
States.
It's so
And we
funny
witnessed
because
a
on Twitter
steady
he's
assault
like, get
on our
everyone
most
stop
cherished
calling me the Zodiac
freedom
killer.
of religion, and the right to life.
I'm not that
That's when
person.
President Donald Trump stepped in.
I would have been like
And from day
5
one, he
if the
kept
murder
his
took
word.
place or something like that.
We rebuilt our military. This president signed the largest increase in our national defense since the days of Ronald Reagan. And
Mike
created
Pence,
the
that's
first
not
new
a good
branch of
thing.
our armed forces
Fucking gut
in
the
70
military.
years, the United States
And
Space
no,
Force.
that's not.
Gut the military.
And with that
Yeah,
renewed energy, we
that's
also
one thing I will
returned
never
American astronauts to space
want to go to the
on
military.
an American rocket for the first time in nearly 10 years. And after years of scandal that robbed our veterans,
I can't argue against
care
that
you
one.
earned in the uniform of the United States, President Trump kept his word again. We reformed the VA, and Veterans Choice is now available for every veteran in America.
I'm copying the Wikipedia
Our
link
armed
to
forces
you
and our veterans
about
fill this land of
Mark,
heroes.
not Mark.
And many
Ted
join us
Cruz being
tonight
a
in this
Zodiac
historic
killer because it's really funny.
I'll have to read
Tonight,
it,
we
yeah.
have among us 4 recipients of the Medal of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
6 recipients of the Purple Heart. A Gold Star mother of a gallant Navy SEAL. And wounded warriors from Soldier Strong, a group that serves our injured veterans every day. We are honored by your presence, and we thank you for your service.
Bruh, it's not a sports convention. Fuck yourself.
And under this commander-in-chief,
Oh yeah,
taken
Ted
the fight
Cruz
to
with
radical Islamic
beard
terrorists
is
on our
better than
terms on their soil.
shaved Ted Cruz.
last year, American armed forces
Was it
took
Ted
the
Cruz that
last
was like looking up the mom porn?
crushed their caliphate,
Or was that
and took down
what's
their
his face?
leader without
That was Ted
Bro, it's pronounced caliphate. It's pronounced caliphate. It's not caliphate. It's caliphate.
the world's most dangerous terrorist.
It's caliphate.
Iran's top
You're a fucking idiot too. It's caliphate because the leader is called the caliph.
Soleimani is gone.
I'm sorry, I have a speech disability.
Yeah, you are sorry. Thank you for your apology. I appreciate it. Fucking pronounce shit right.
My fellow Americans, you deserve
I
to
can't
know.
have a speech disability.
Joe Biden criticized President Trump following those decisions.
How do you want me to pronounce things I have a disability to say?
You don't have a disability to put the emphasis on the right syllable.
History records that Joe Biden even
Caliphate.
opposed the operation that took down Osama bin Laden.
Caliphate.
There you
no
go.
wonder
I like it.
that the
There you
Secretary
go.
of Defense
It
under
also
the
goes
Obama
against
Biden
all
administration once
speech
said
training I've had
that
for
Joe Biden has
15
been, and I
years.
quote, wrong on nearly
Your
every
speech
major
training did
foreign
not teach you
policy
how
and
to
national
speak like
security
with
issue over the past 4
Islamic in mind, though.
So we've
But I mean, it's the same kind of people that say that as they're like, we gonna go to Iraq. Like, come on, it's pronounced Iraq. It's pronounced Iraq. Call it right. It's like stupid shit like that makes me rage more than it really should. But it's like people do it because People do it because it pisses people like me off.
Great.
Closer to home, we appointed more than 200
Here we go.
conservative
Twitch chat.
judges to
Twitch
our
chat.
federal
Oh, there's a
courts.
bunch of messages deleted by the
supported the right
moderator
to life.
from Texas
And all the God-given liberties
191989.
enshrined in our
Message deleted by
Constitution, including
moderator.
The Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms.
Is Trump? I wonder if Trump's
And
on
when
is
it came
on
to the economy,
the front page of
President Trump
Twitch.
kept his word and then
No, Twitch, the GOP convention on Twitch has 54 viewers right now. I can't believe, like, it has nobody watching it.
Trump has his own Twitch.
Businesses large and small created more than 7 million
Like
good
Trump
paying
has his
jobs,
own Twitch account.
including 500,000
Is that showing the convention right now?
manufacturing jobs all across
I'm
America.
looking it up now.
Our country became a net exporter of energy
It's
for the
live.
first time in 70 years. Unemployment rates for African Americans
It
and
has
Hispanic
250
Americans at the
viewers.
lowest level ever recorded. And on this 100th anniversary,
Oh yeah, they are showing it.
of a woman's
But it's
right
like
to
shit
vote,
quality, just like the one on the
I'm proud
RNC
to
is
report
too.
that under President Donald Trump, we achieved
The one on
lowest
GOP
unemployment
convention is like
rate
such
for women
shit
in
quality.
65 years. And more
I just put it
Americans
up because
work
I wanted to watch fucking
than
Twitch
ever
chat. But they have
In our
52
first 3
people
years, we
watching
built the
on
greatest economy in the world.
GOP convention.
We made America
Watch it
great.
on the Donald Trump one. It
No,
has
the
more people.
quality's just as shit there. I'm watching it on C-SPAN because they actually have
And then the
steady frame rate and steady audio.
Before the
Oh,
first
I
cases
can't
of
subscribe to
coronavirus
Donald
spread
Trump.
in the United States.
It's sad.
The resolution is still shit. I mean, it looks like it was shot on like a fucking Nokia 910 from 1993,
the
but
second largest economy in the world.
or maybe a fucking toaster.
Now that action saved untold American lives. And I can tell you firsthand, it bought us invaluable time to launch the greatest national mobilization since World War II. President Trump marshaled the full resources of our federal
You
government.
can
from
become
the
a
outset.
digital
He
activist
directed
for
us to
Donald
forge a
Trump.
seamless partnership
That sounds
with
so
governors
stupid.
across America in both political parties.
It is so dumb that that's a
We
thing.
partnered with private industry to reinvent testing and produce supplies.
Did you see the new champions coming out? Were you there when we were talking about it yesterday?
I saw the photos.
So like
He looks
here's
like
here's the theory that we came up with. Q has a fucking on her Instagram, like she actually has an Instagram and like a YouTube. I think she has a YouTube channel, but like she actually has a legit Instagram and they put all these photos up.
We saw to the manufacturer
One of her Instagram stories is a full-blown cover of
and no one who required a ventilator
of pop
was
stars.
ever denied a ventilator in the United
So
States.
knowing that KDA is coming out with a new song, like in a couple patches,
Surged military medical
the
personnel
thought that we came up with
and
is that
enacted an
KDA
economic rescue package
in
to
like
save 50 million
in KDA land canon listened to her cover and picked her up as
We're
the fifth
developing
member
a
of
growing
KDA.
number of treatments known as therapeutics,
We also think that she's gonna be from Piltover,
saving lives.
like in actual canon. She's gonna be from Piltover, and she's gonna be like a university student there. And I'm really hoping that like the canon says that she goes to Zon one night
Well, what Joe doesn't
and
seem
falls
to
in love with
understand
Echo, because that'd be so cute, and they
is that
could be
America
smart
is a
together.
nation of miracles.
I mean, I just like the look of this champion.
I'm proud to report that we're on track to have the world's first safe, effective coronavirus vaccine by the end of this year. After all the sacrifice,
Those are some nice
in this year like no
pint
other,
glasses for
all
Trump
the hardship,
2020.
we're finding our way forward again. But tonight, our hearts are with all the families who've lost loved ones.
Oh my God! It has a Space
And have family
Force
members still
bumper
struggling with
sticker.
sickness and illness. In this country,
Oh
we
my
mourn
God!
with those who
Is there
mourn
official
bereavement.
coloring books?
And this night, I know that millions of Americans will pause and pray for God's comfort
No, fuck you. Nobody's praying for God's comfort. Fuck off, you piece of shit. You fucking piece of shit plastic. Move your face. Move anything on your face besides your lips. Move anything on your face right now.
I want to copy his address. I want to send it to you. For $30, for $20, you can get a Trump
has been nothing short of heroic.
And he actually has exemplified himself as Superman. You've got to be kidding me.
That's from like their Apprentice.
Day in and day
Oh my
out, went to
God.
work in one of New York City's busiest hospitals.
It's
Oh, they have
pathetic.
whiskey glasses.
Put in the long hours until it was done, and then
Oh, fuck
got back
me.
in her neighborhood and helped neighbors and friends struggling.
Hello,
I like
friends.
these whiskey
Brother
glasses.
Is a New York City firefighter. And they're both emblematic of heroes all across this country. They're with us
Such a
tonight.
great website.
And I say to them and to all of you, you have earned the admiration of the American people, and we will always be grateful for your service and care.
If I were a hard hat, I would get that. Dude, they sell Trump face masks.
I'm sure they do.
Thanks to the courage and compassion of the American people, we're slowing the spread. We're protecting the vulnerable. And we're saving lives. And we're opening up America again. Because of the
So
strong
thanks to
foundation that
YouTube,
President Trump poured in
like
our
YouTube
first
actually
2
gives
years,
me like a graph of
we've already
viewers.
gained back
I know that like, I mean, this is my first time streaming on YouTube, and like, frankly, I'm not much of a fucking creator of anything. But like, are there actually people other than bots and Dalton watching me right now? I know nobody's really said anything in chat, but like, are there actually people watching right now?
And I'm proud to report that my
Oh,
wife
it's not
that
Twitch.
school teacher I've been
I know it's not Twitch, but there's no
will be returning
discoverability
to
on
her
Twitch.
classroom next week.
I could
So
see
to
if
all
there
of
was
our
a.
heroic teachers and faculty and
I was gonna
staff,
see if there was like a list of
thank you
viewers
for
you
being
look
there
at.
for our
Like you
kids.
can.
Well, like what it
Wish
is
you
here on
every step of
YouTube,
the way.
it only shows you as a viewer, I think, if you have chatted. Like it shows me I have 5 concurrents, which is like, you know, I don't, whatever. But
We'll continue to put the health of America first.
I assume one of them is you.
And as we
I don't
work to bring
think
this
Bubbles is on
economy back,
anymore.
We all have a role to play. And we all have a choice
Like,
to make.
if you actually watching me,
On November 3rd,
go
you
subscribe
need
to
to ask
Katie.
yourself, who do you trust to rebuild this economy? A career politician who presided over the slowest economic recovery since the Great Depression? Or a proven leader who created the greatest economy in the world?
I am really cringy, ain't
The
I?
choice is clear. To bring
Cringe.
America all the way back, we need 4 more
Look
years
at your
of President
DMs.
Donald Trump in the White House.
Oh, let me see. Let me see. What we got? What we got? What we got?
No, just click on the last link and just start laughing.
This last one?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be laughing at?
Look at his
My fellow
face.
Americans were passing
Oh,
through
his
time of
face?
testing.
Yeah.
But in the midst of this global pandemic,
Who
just
is
as
that?
our nation had
I
begun to
don't know. It's just
We've seen violence and chaos.
There's some poor bloke they got to do like photos, right?
President Trump and I will always support
Like he has such a weird smile in all his photos. There's like 4 of them on this page. And he's all like in a different shirt each time.
And those who do so will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Last week, Joe Biden didn't say
Well,
one
like,
word.
There's
about
like
the violence
there's a
and chaos
mug
engulfing
lawyers for
cities
Trump.
across this
There's
country.
red solo cups,
So let me
right?
be clear.
Trump pins
The violence must
2020.
stop. whether in
stadium
Minneapolis,
cups,
Portland,
a
or
6-pack of them
Kenosha.
for $12.
Many heroes have died defending
Trump
our freedom.
2020.
See Americans strike each
Pint
other down. We
glasses.
will have law
Trump
and
2020.
order on the streets
MAGA
of this
Dad.
country for
Pint
every
glasses.
American
Irish
of
Americans
every
for
race
Trump.
and creed and
Trump
color.
whiskey glasses. I already sent you out. MAGA Dad whiskey glasses. And Trump Pence wine glass. $30. The pints are $35.
President Trump and I know that the men and women
But like the red
in
Stella
uniform
cups,
of
it's
law
like
enforcement
$20
are the best of us.
for a 4-pack of them.
Every day, when they walk out that door, they consider our
They had
lives
like
more
playing
important than theirs.
cards. They had like Trump Pence
People like
playing
Dave
cards as
Patrick
well.
Owen, an officer in the Department of Homeland Security's Federal Protective Service, who was shot and killed during the riots in Oakland, California. Dave's heroism is emblematic of the heroes that serve in blue every day. And we're
They
privileged
have like
tonight to be
a,
joined by
they have
Sister
like
Angela.
iconically like a lot of pride gear I'm
Angela,
sending
we
you,
say to you, we
just because it
agree
looks
with
so
your family.
bad but so great at the same time.
And America will never forget or fail to honor Officer Dave.
Oh, where am I
Patrick
looking? Where am I
Underwood.
looking? Dirty trumpet.
The
Random
American
waves and
people
middies? No.
We don't have to choose between
Documents?
supporting law enforcement
No.
and standing with our African American neighbors.
Lovers in a dangerous
quality of their
space-time. Lovers
Education,
in a dangerous
jobs,
space-time.
So for
And from the first days of this
$55,
administration,
you can
we
get a
have
hat
done
for
both.
you and your child
And
that
we will keep
says
supporting
MAGA
law enforcement
Mama
keep
and
supporting our
MAGA
African
Babe.
American and
I don't,
minority
Dalton, I don't care about any
communities
of this.
across
Like, this is
land
not
for
entertaining to
more
me.
years.
It's amazing. I don't know how I never looked at this before.
Now, Joe Biden says that America
Okay, here we
is
go. I found it.
systemically racist, and that law enforcement in America
Pictures, let's see.
has, and I quote,
Bull
an implicit
moose.
bias against minorities.
.xcf.
When asked
Save.
whether he'd support cutting
There we
funding
go.
to law
I
enforcement,
win.
Joe Biden
I
replied,
win.
yes, absolutely.
Did
Joe
you
Biden
do
would
like
double down on
the
the very policies that are leading to violence in
Superman
American
Trump
cities?
photo from the
The hard
book?
truth is,
What, put it on my
you
background?
won't be
No.
safe in Joe Biden's America. And under
I
President
got
Trump,
Katie. I got Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. I got Black Lives Matter. I got Healthcare Please. I got Workers Help Us Please. Republicans No. Democrats No. Heart. Pride Flag. Hashtag BLM. And then I got all the other people that are really important to me down there. Kyle Kalinske, Teddy Roosevelt, Tara Reid, and my girl Crystal. I think I have a good smattering of humor
my fellow
and
Americans, we're passing through a time of
seriousness.
testing. But soon we will come
It's
to
high,
a time
some
for
high
choosing.
quality shit. Some high
Joe
quality
Biden
shit
has
right
referred to
there.
himself as a transition candidate. And many were asking, transition to what? But last week, Democrats didn't talk very much about their agenda.
He's not
And if
wrong
I were
there.
them, I wouldn't
I
either.
could never in a million years not
I mean,
disagree
Bernie
with him.
Sanders did tell his followers that Joe Biden would be the most liberal president in modern times. In fact, he said,
When do we go
and
back
I
to modern
quote, that
times, though?
many of the ideas he fought for, that just a few years ago were considered radical, are now mainstream.
Yes!
In the Democratic Party. At the root of their agenda.
So I was on the.
is the
Hey, I'm
belief
actually trying to
that
listen to this
America
now.
is driven by
Like, listen to
envy,
this, because he's actually finally
not
saying something of
aspiration.
substance.
That millions of Americans harbor ill will toward our neighbors instead of loving our neighbors as ourselves. The radical left believes that the federal government must be involved in every aspect of our lives.
That's not true. That's not true, and you know it, Mike. Go fuck yourself.
They believe the federal government needs to dictate how Americans live, how we should work,
No.
how we should raise our children,
And
in the process deprive our people of freedom, prosperity, and security. Their agenda is based on government control. Our agenda is based on freedom.
Our agenda is based on not fucking doing anything to help anybody.
Joe Biden wants to raise taxes by nearly $4 trillion. Where this president achieved energy independence for the United States, Joe Biden would abolish
Is that
fossil
true?
fuels, end fracking,
Let's see.
and impose a regime of climate change regulations that would drastically
Mike, you know that's not true. He takes fucking donations from fossil fuel companies. You're a
we fought for free and fair
people. People fall. How do people fall for this? Dalton, how do idiots like you fall for this?
Joe Biden has been a cheerleader.
Like, how do you not? I don't mean to like call you out, but like, how do you fall for this? How do you fall for this bullshit? Fucking Biden has taken
and he actually criticized
donations from fossil fuel companies. He does not want to shut fossil fuel companies down. Give me a fucking break.
I don't believe any of that shit. I just like Trump because he got shit done.
What is he getting done? I guess I never gave you your 45-second soapbox. What has the president for the past 3.5 years gotten done? Ready, go.
Better trade deals with China that actually made the economy boom more, brought jobs back to America, like he said he was going to do, via steel plants.
Via steel plants? Are you fucking kidding me? I work in a fucking steel plant. You're wrong about that one. Go on.
At least in my area, he brought back jobs.
President Trump has stood
but
without apology.
Slow down illegal immigration for a bit, then all hell broke loose, then COVID.
He supports taxpayer
If you actually care about illegal immigration, you should have loved Obama because Obama deported more people than any other fucking president in history. Go on.
Joe Biden would be nothing more than a Trojan horse for the radical left.
He's started pulling out the Middle East, then
last week,
I'm not sure if we're still going to War 3 eventually. I just know COVID hit soon afterwards, so I'm still kind of waiting for my draft notice in the mail if we are going to World War 3.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue against that one. Obama said he's going to pull people out of fucking Iraq and Afghanistan and never really did, so I can't argue with that one. But that's not accomplishing anything. That's like the lowest bar ever for accomplishing shit. So.
But he actually got some boots out of there before things got tense.
It's whether we will leave to our children and our grandchildren.
I barely call that an accomplishment.
Of freedom,
how about I'm sorry? What was the chant? Lock her up. Did that happen? No, didn't even fucking start to happen. Failure.
We stand at a crossroads.
That process is, if I was all of my news sources right, it's starting to happen now?
No, it's not gonna fucking happen. I'll believe it when I see it. Mike, you're an idiot. Mike, you're a fucking... Okay, so why are we getting back to night one shit? This... Maybe because I just want my narrative to be the right one so I can say like, hey, yeah, cool, awesome. Nobody believes that. No, Mike, no one believes Joe Biden is going to push us towards socialism. Joe Biden is a diet Republican. Diet in the... He's diet Republican sugar added. Just to give you that little bit of crunch in the morning. He's not even like diet Republican. He's just like caffeine-free Republican. All the sugar's still there. You're still going to get fat off of him. You just might not get as hyper. I hate this shit so much. Anyway, you have about 15 seconds left on your soapbox. Go.
I'm deeply grateful.
The wall hasn't been built, by the way, so you can't claim that one.
He has been the law and order president he sent
have the
in
opportunity to
federal
serve again.
agents to protect
I pray to be worthy of it.
like federal property, which they have done, and are bringing down the looters
People have had more than our share of challenges.
via their own live streams and on-the-ground footage from body cams and other cameras.
And resolve to see us through.
Because I think Portland
I understand that, like, what you're saying you're taking as an accomplishment for him. I was at the G20 and it was just as bad. So I don't want to hear that one.
What night is Portland on right? Because Portland's been right like how many nights now?
No, I'm sorry, it was the G8, the G8 summit. No, that was the G20 summit. 2009 G20 summit.
The enemy was counting on them to
That was a fucking.
Fort McHenry held.
That was bad.
And when morning came,
So Obama is just as good. Obama is just as good on that one. Obama is just as much the fucking law and order president. He was the one that started throwing tear gas and using the fucking tank that emits sonic waves and using the fucking rubber bullets and deploying officers in riot gear. I don't want to hear it. Obama was just as much the fucking law and order break up the stuff president. Except at that point, those people were to the left of him and they weren't on his side. Those were the fucking anarchists. I remember because it was Arthur's day. It was Arthur Guinness's day. It was the 100th, it was the 100th anniversary of the opening of the Guinness storehouse. Nope, don't want to hear it. If you're just gonna say that jobs came back in your area, then I'm gonna tell you that the fucking G20 summit was hell on earth.
From these
Go on.
grounds, American patriots in generations gone by did their part to defend freedom.
I'm trying to find the head title for the news title for something I saw.
So let's run the race marked out for us. Let's fix our eyes on Old Glory and all she represents.
Yuck! Why would you say something like that, dude?
I know you're gonna fight back on me on this, but he did try to slow the spread of COVID before it hit our shores. Because he did during his impeachment trial. That when I was going on, he did start a task force did ban travel from China.
You know what? I'm not gonna fight you back on that one. But that's not an accomplishment. I'm saying go back to his platform and what has he checked off the box?
And the opportunity to run and serve again as your vice president. I leave here today inspired. And I leave here today more convinced than ever that we will do in our time as Americans have done throughout our long and storied past. We will defend our freedom.
I don't want to click on that. Stop it. I don't want to go there right now, right? Maybe later.
Republican leaders across the land. And with President Donald Trump in the White House for 4 more years, and with God's help, we will make America great again. Again.
During his 2016 platform, he said he was going to help veterans, and he did.
How?
Because he signed into law after he, I think he was drafted by members of the Republican Party at his asking, a bill that gave every veteran VA healthcare, regardless if they fought in war or not. Forever veterans or something like that. I forget the name of the exact bill.
So his platform was, I'm going to help veterans, and then he signed a bill to help veterans. That's weak. Yes. That's pretty weak. God, this is so cringy. What's the fucking dude gonna say tonight? Like, why are we going back to night one shit? Maybe I want, like, the fucking idea of he's going after the like, Republican people right now, and not as much the inciting his, like, Trumpian base. He's going after his actual, like, Republican base. But the shit he's saying right now, or the shit that Pence was saying, is going back to, like, the Trumpian base, and that's not who you need. Like, why are you going after the people that you're 100% gonna have vote for you?
Please welcome country music superstar Trace Adkins.
Because you have Republicans currently fighting to vote Democrat.
That's not who I'm saying. That's who I'm saying most of this night has gone towards. But now he's going back to his, like, radical nutcase Trumpian people, which you do that night one to get them excited, to get them going after everything. On night two, they went after people who were, like, on the fence from a social perspective. This is going after, like, this night for the most part was going after the fucking Reagan Democrats and, like, the moderate Republicans who weren't going to vote Democrat but weren't going to get excited to go out to the polls, and you were going to lose a lot of them just from not going out and voting. But now you're going back to this bullshit where, like, you've got them going after fucking Biden's gonna be a socialist. Like, that does not help the people that you should be going after tonight. I said that they have, like, spot on ideas whenever they're like, I said they had spot on optics, but, like, now I don't see it. The optics are gone from me now.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Oh my fucking god. Go fuck yourself! Oh my god, my daughter would be hurting right now because he's so out of tune. He's so out of tune. He went up like 30-40 cents whenever he did the high note, and then he stayed there. Oh my, like, I don't have perfect pitch and that hurt me. Oh god damn it. Bullshit. This is so cringy. This is so absolute cringe. I don't understand how people could fall for this. Let's see what this asshole has to say tonight. Maybe this is just what I need.
I don't think you're ever gonna like the man or agree with anything he says.
No, I'm literally trying to hate him more so I can bring myself to vote for Biden. I'm literally trying to hate him so that I can bring myself to vote for a rapist. Like, how fucked up is life now that I have to hate someone enough to be able to vote for a rapist, to bring myself to do that?
Why are you calling him that?
What?
Why are you calling Trump a rapist?
I'm calling Biden a rapist.
Oh, okay. Because you were making reference to them both being it earlier, so...
Well, they both are, but... Trump's just much better at silencing them. Although the Democratic Party has silenced Tara Reid and every other person that has come out against Biden too, so...
And they were all... And they were, I believe, all women, too.
Oh, yeah. That's why, like... And like the token for all that is Alyssa Milano. She's like, believe all women, believe all women. Oh, believe all women until it's convenient for you, as long as it's convenient for you to do so. When it becomes inconvenient, we don't believe women anymore.
Is it terrible to say I never got behind that ideology? Give me a factual proof of evidence, I'll support you. Until then,
and here's the thing, like, I am fully aware, like, when I talk about the military, I don't have the experience that someone who might be able to be better able to comment on it would. I don't have any kind of military background, and frankly, I'm fucking disgusted by the idea of it. You don't have the experience to say something like that and not look like a fucking piece of shit. Like, when someone, and this is only because, like, people have talked to me about it. When someone is fucking raped, it's devastating mentally. And there's a lot of times, like in Tara Reid's case, she told her parents, and like, that's it. And she wanted to process it on her own. And people should be able to do that. People shouldn't be forced to just like come out because that's like what is demanded of them. No, nothing should be demanded of people. But then when you come out and you finally have the courage to say it, why would they lie? Everyone's just like, oh, Tara is lying because she's a Trump plant to get everybody, you know, pissed off at Biden and to bring people over to Trump. Like, give me a fucking break. The girl is coming out and saying she was raped, knowing full well that she's gonna get smeared. Why would anyone actually do that? Why would anyone come out and say that knowing that they're gonna get smeared because of it? No, if someone comes out with a rape allegation, you gotta believe them, and it's on the other person to fucking prove that they didn't. And I'm not saying in a court of law. I'm not saying in a court of law. Because in a court of law, I do believe that you're innocent until proven guilty, because that's the American way. It works. But like, you can't smear someone coming out and saying that.
Same should be true. How many young men are going to take their lives because they got falsely accused of rape?
I don't know. I don't know the stats on that.
I'm looking for something right now, because this young man was falsely accused of rape because he really go out with a girl, and he got smeared so badly online, and people doxed him. He took his own life to protect his family.
And shit like that shouldn't happen either. I'm not saying that there's not like a common ground.
That is the standard. What happened to a man is accused.
Well, I don't think that's the standard.
Yes, it is.
No, because I know someone who was falsely accused of rape. It's not the standard. That's not what happens. The standard is, you know, people come to their own conclusions. And if you allow yourself to be fucking smeared because of that, then I don't know. Someone should never be pushed to the point where they take their own life. I don't disagree with you on that. But it's just as much of a smear when someone comes out and says, I was raped, and you say, fucking prove it, or I don't believe you, nana nana nana.
I'd rather look like a dickhead than have the proof before a man's name is released with that. This young man was the most recent victim of that mentality. He isn't the first one, he won't be the last one.
It's not really my concern right now, Dalton. I just want everybody to have health care. I gotta find that little video clip. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh my god. Is this all it's gonna... Like, is this the end of everything? Like, or are they gonna actually have any kind of... Are they gonna actually have any kind of, content after this? Or are we just gonna sit here and listen to Only in America? Oh, oh, get on my level. Oh, get on my level. Oh, oh, oh. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Music stopped. Is he going to talking? Here he goes. Stupid motherfucker. No, probably not.
And now it's time to hear your voices and get your reaction to Vice President Pence's acceptance speech from Fort McHenry in Baltimore. Specifically, this line in the speech: the choice in this election is whether America remains America. What does that mean to you? 202 is the area code for Republicans, 748-8921. Democrats, 748-8920. All others and independents.
What is that even?
202-748-8920.
Like, what the fuck does that even...
Is a number for you.
I don't know. I don't know. What does that mean to you, Dalton?
You can do so at 202-748.
The line was the choice in this election is whether America stays America. What does that mean to you, Dalton?
Taylor in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, Republican line. What did you think of Vice President?
This election could very well be the catalyst for civil war.
Yes, I agree with that.
Is either we split off, the coast split off from each other, and California just leaves, and a few other states along that west coast form their own union, or we will have a civil war where a lot of people will die.
Hey, Taylor, we're going to put you on hold. We're not going to let you go.
That's this choice, because politicians already have played a war game. If Trump wins, it's another civil war.
Republican. What did you think of the Vice President?
Oh, you think if Trump wins, it's going to be a civil war?
Yeah. Politicians on both sides of the aisle have played a war game with this situation.
America has to stay America.
And if Trump wins, it's a civil war. The far left militant extremists, they're done playing around. If you haven't looked at what happened in Portland, they're throwing IED at federal buildings.
Do I fall under far left militant extremists?
No.
Because like I would love to be in Portland, fucking fighting the power right now.
And I will be voting for Trump this election.
Why?
Are you gonna cover up your face and yell anti-fat and say you're part of Antifa, a domestic terrorist organization?
Can someone explain to me like what's wrong with Antifa? I'm against fascists. How's that bad?
Okay, Antifa. Yes, you're all against anti-fascists. But
Are we? Are we? Because I am.
We're against.
But you're telling me that an anti-fascist group is bad.
Let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. I had to throw that one out there.
They originally started off as innocent. Then extreme leftists started to twist the word of fascist and racist. They started to twist what it actually meant and distort the world that word in their books that can be freely thrown around.
And I'm very impressed
As
with how many times
as this was going on, they ramped up their violence.
they brought up.
And it started out with just fist brawls with whatever group at Trump rally.
Well, like, violence is bad. I don't. Okay, how do I say this without sounding completely hypocritical? I think violence is bad. I wish every problem could be solved without violence. But I'm fucking ready to fight because I'm tired of people dying because I'm not willing to fight.
Tell us just a little bit about yourself.
I don't want it to have to come to that though. Like I like the shit that I have in my life. I like my job is tough, but it works. It pays a hell of a lot. But like I don't want to have to fucking go off and fight. I don't want to have to be in Portland right now fighting. But like
My senior year.
I don't know, part of me feels bad that I'm not there right on the front lines.
I'm very concerned about the economy.
I think if one of these candidates is elected, we need a rebellion, and if the other one is elected, we need a fucking revolution.
Amy in Riverside, California, Republican.
I'll leave it to you to figure out which one's which.
When you think of that, what does that mean to you?
Here's that thing. Why you ask me like Antifa's bad? It's because when they distorted that word, they started to ramp up their violence. It was just fist fights first. Then it became bike locks when someone was peacefully talking to the back of the head. Then it became fireworks and crowds that were dropped in glass bottles. Then it became terrorizing business owners if they didn't have anti-Trump signs up.
In a free country.
It became about fighting federal powers, throwing literal IEDs into a courthouse, setting the courthouse on fire to kill everyone inside, and arson.
Speech was very good. I mean,
then it became gunfire fights in Portland.
The Democrats have just lost me on. They've been attacking
between these two, between the same people wanting to keep this country not burning from the ground like they want it, because their distorted worldview means everyone's racist if you do not agree with it. That is literally what it comes down to in their
do you not understand that you sound like a complete broken record? Like, and I don't mean to fucking be an asshole. I never mean to be an asshole, but like, you sound like a fucking broken record. Like, you listen to Fox News and just listen to absolutely everything they say. And I'm sure, like, when I say anything, I piss anybody off when I say that, but it's just like, I don't have patience for people. I seriously don't have patience for people. And like, that's why I have no patience in League, because I can't like understand why people make stupid decisions. And like, I fully expect people to call me out when I make stupid decisions too, because I make plenty of them. But like, when I hear the same things coming out of real people's mouths that I hear just like spewed on like fucking garbage news organizations, like biased news organizations, I want to say, like, do you realize like how full of shit you sound right now?
No, Mike, you know how full of shit you sound? Yes, and Fox News may be biased, but it was one of the most factual news outlets there is. Can't get that of CNN. Yes, it has its biases.
Oh, I'm not gonna say CNN's not biased. I'm not gonna say CNN's factual. I can't disagree with you. But like, when our standard is Fox News, that's a problem.
No, is it really? Because the left.
Yes, I said it was a problem, not to say that like it wasn't.
Like, when Fox News, it's the only truthful source of information that isn't coming out of journalists' mouths that aren't employed by big media. Yes, it is a problem. But
the famous people at Fox and the people that people listen to at Fox are not journalists. They're pundits. And I'm not saying Fox has no journalists. They definitely do have journalists. But like, the people with authority and the people with sway at Fox are not journalists. They're pundits. They are opinion people.
Jennifer, who did you support?
Yes, but they get very real facts from their journals.
2016,
As I can't say CNN does, or any other news outlet. I will go in Fox News. I can believe what they say because I know I can look it up.
Because you're a sheep. Like, because you're a fucking sheep.
Because I can look up their information and find more than one credible source reporting that same thing. I can't do that with CNN.
Numerous times to just do the right thing.
I'm confused, I guess. I don't understand.
You know,
when I can come to the same conclusion using the same evidence as Fox News did, with separating my own bias, that this matter of factly happened, then there is an issue. Yes, they have a bias. Yes, their parents have a bias. But the reporters report that God is on the truth. I can't say that about CNN. I can't say that about the Washington Post, the New York Times. I should be able to say that about Washington Post and New York Times. I can't say that anymore.
New York Times has given up their spot as the news of record.
I like truth, in fact.
They're...
The DNC
Okay, let's listen to this guy.
It was kind of like an attack as usual. They didn't name any policies. It was just depression. I didn't want to listen to it. The Republican
He not wrong.
more positive,
This was a lot of like depression.
pro-life, and the things that I've heard from the Republican Party almost brings you to tears from some of the speeches that I've heard. And Vice President Pence put it all on the line today. He spoke the truth. And I'm voting for Trump.
Let's hear from Jasmine in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Republican line. Jasmine, you're on C-SPAN.
I feel like they're all only taking a lot of Republicans. I haven't heard anybody who's like a dissenting view right now.
Vice President Pence's speech tonight, he was very straightforward and to the point. And I do believe that we do need.
I mean, it is going to be a lot of Republicans.
In my opinion,
I feel
he has been one of the best presidents that we have ever had.
Like if I was gonna call, I would probably call the others line. The others.
So, Jasmine, when you hear the phrase, the choice in this election is whether America...
Which line would you call? Even though I know that it's just like, go fuck yourself.
America needs to keep with
I feel like I have to say go fuck yourself a lot more than I'm used to ever having to say in my life. And I don't think that's a good thing.
Our country for.
Well, I would be calling the other line because I don't want to have be a card-carrying Republican.
No, trust me, I'm too lazy to do it just because. But next time my license is up, I'm not gonna renew as a Democrat.
From Christopher in West Wego, Louisiana.
I don't know if I'm gonna register as independent or if I'm gonna register as Green Party. I'm leaning right now towards Green Party, but that might change, as time goes on.
That I'll be taking part in, at least on the federal level.
Here we go.
I was too young to vote in 2016, but
this guy's young.
I just want to say I'm extremely excited to cast my first ballot for President Donald Trump.
Oh my God!
And I really think that 4 more years of
people voting the first time this year, are they boomers or are they Zoomers or Gen Ys?
Completely falling apart and just.
You can vote at 18, right?
Yeah,
you voted 18.
Yeah,
so
you can. He would be in my weird generation.
If he's 18 and it's 2020 right now, he's 2002.
Crazy things. And
Millennials. Millennials.
Yeah, he's late gen millennial like me.
Christopher, where's West Wego?
96 is considered the end of millennials. So he's probably like hard a Zoomer.
It's a little windy out, but I'm pretty much fine.
There we go. Tony, Louisville, Kentucky, Democrat.
Zoomer is, I find Zoomer be a little bit.
Is about keeping America
a little bit younger. I find about 13 being the start for Zoomers.
I think it's a
because we have
salient point right now. I think.
Wait, you're saying there's a difference between Gen Z and Zoomers?
And I've
been in the Democratic Party for a long time and see the way that the direction of the country is headed.
Yes.
I want America to stay a place that is free.
Zoomers are
business, that is
younger kids. Like, they're like a lot younger.
Stands for defense of our nation.
And
I see it going a different way.
Maybe I'm fucked up. Zoomers. A Zoomer is, in the news use of the word, a member of Generation Z. But you're calling, like, the young Gen Zers are the Zoomers.
You've got a big Senate race in
But just like the millennials, it's the younger idiots in your generation that's going to define you. I'm an older millennial. Like, I'm not like one of the really old millennials. I'm like a mid-tier millennial. I was 87. Millennials officially start in 82, but most of the people who were born like in 82, a lot of them consider themselves Gen Xers because they have nothing in common with like the younger millennials. Well, you boy, you're a Gen Zer, you're a fucking Zoomer because you're getting defined by those assholes that are Zoomers.
But the main thing that I like about the president,
Everyone hates millennials, though.
the honesty.
We are the first generation that we can't hate the generation after us because they beat us to the punch. We're so slow on hate that we let the other generation after us get the rush on us.
Whatever he said he's gonna do.
Gelly, what's it like to be a Republican in Brooklyn?
Yo, low key, fuck 2020.
Just a little different than everyone else.
Give us a snapshot of yourself.
But yeah,
that's
pretty.
pretty.
I understand we're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine as Zoomers when they're really not.
Philip, tonight the vice president said that the choice in this election is whether America remains.
I want to hear what this guy has to say.
What do you think?
We the people, for the people, and by the people. He's fighting for Americans. We don't need big government. The Democrats seem to be fighting for corporations and more money for themselves. God bless Donald Trump.
He's not wrong about that. The Democrats are fighting for corporations and for themselves. He's not wrong about that. He's not fighting for the people. I have it fucking right here. Workers, help us, please. Republicans, no. Democrats, no. Heart. Gay pride flag. Hashtag BLM. I can't fight with that guy. He's right. He's completely right.
Dorothy in Brooklyn texts in, my choice is President Trump. Without him, I fear we will be on a fast track to communism, socialism. Democrats just show a general dislike of our country.
I don't think, like, I hate saying it, I don't think there's any way Trump loses this election as it stands right now, unless there's some kind of bombshell. But if there was a bombshell, knowing the Democrats' strategy, it would have come out by now and it would have just fizzled out.
60, law and order.
There's no bombshell that this guy hasn't already done that could make him lose supporters.
We should not be frightened to.
Well, in all eventuality, there could be a real chance of Trump actually not winning the election because of lawsuits over mail-in vote. And Nancy Pelosi.
I'm gonna put a hot take out there. I don't trust mail-in voting. And if you saw, did you see the meme I put in, like the meme channel in Katie's today? Like, maybe it's not actually a meme because I did it. I fucking texted with this guy, and I was basically just like, I don't trust mail-in voting, and I don't trust that you're not a bot. Send me a picture of an alpaca to prove that you're not a bot. Newsflash, he has not sent me a picture of an alpaca. I believe he's a bot. I don't trust mail-in voting. One of my brethren, he put a meme up on Facebook. You want to tell me about mail-in voting? Go ahead, put $5,000 cash in an envelope and mail it to yourself. Do you trust the mail that much? I value my vote a lot more than that. I'm not going to say that I don't trust any mail people, but I don't trust the mail person, no matter who he or she may be, enough to take my vote and not, ditch it. When I go to a voting booth, there is a Republican and a Democrat sitting there, sneering at each other, making sure that I have control of my vote ballot until the second I drop it in the box. Or, since I live in a modern place in the world, until the second that I have hit my
Redford, Michigan, which is where?
button that says who I'm voting for. There is a Democrat and a Republican sitting there making sure that everything is neutral.
Now, Michigan is going to be a real
I can't do that if I put my shit in the mail. So I don't trust mail-in voting. That's a hot take. That's a hot take from someone like me.
Yeah, there's already been indictments over mail-in
Well,
voting.
my friends are mostly Republican. I do have a couple
Because
of friends.
a postmaster and some of the underworkers were caught changing ballots.
I think they don't understand what a wonderful man Donald
I think
Trump
Drano
is.
wants to play League.
They saw something about him.
He just
in
went
the
in voice
past that
chat.
has turned them against him, and I'm afraid they're not looking at.
Oh no, he's
all
already
that
playing. He's
doing
playing fucking
that's
Nocturne.
good for the country.
All right, Myrna, thanks for calling in. Timothy in Des Plaines, Illinois, independent line.
He gone.
Timothy, what'd you think of the vice president's speech tonight?
I thought it was a great speech. I'm living in the suburbs of Chicago, and I'm extremely disturbed at what's going on in the city. I feel like the city is totally
Low-key
lost, along
fuck
with
2020.
the state. Very disappointing.
Alright, so it looks like Dalton might be
I
gone.
really
He might
have
come
no
back in a little
idea
bit,
who
but
even
he went
votes
over to the
for
League server.
Democrats anymore. I think they're just a huge disappointment.
And again, I know
Sheila,
that like
Readville, Tennessee, Democrat.
probably anybody watching this is from my Discord server. But like,
I'm calling about. I absolutely.
does anybody actually care about what I'm saying?
that Penn State tonight. I voted more Democrat.
If you found me, how
in
did
my
you find
lifetime
me?
Than ever Republican, and what?
And was my SEO any good?
for Trump
I know nobody's like talking, and
because
that's okay. Don't feel like I'm calling you out, but I also feel like I'm calling you out because I don't really care because I'm probably never gonna come back.
I lived in Indiana.
This ain't Twitch.
where Pence-
This ain't Twitch.
Pence was governor, and
So
just
I love
absolutely
you
him. He
if
has
you're
that.
watching me, even
Good.
if you disagree with
He
me.
knows what he's doing to get the right people in the right places.
I'm very cringe. See, I'm just as cringe as the cringe that I'm watching.
My concern and my biggest fear is the younger generation not knowing what the true Constitution and the rights that we have. They all take it in.
Are you fucking serious,
They just
bitch?
take it for granted. They've always had it all their life. So where we
You telling me you have not had the Constitution and rights all your life? What is the matter with you?
so much different than even when I was growing up versus where my kids are now, it is completely night and day.
All right,
So-
thank you for calling in. Mary's in San Diego, Republican line. Mary, go ahead.
Hi, thank
Hi.
you so much, C-SPAN, for that coverage that you do on the RNC.
Hey, Mary, just to be clear, because it is a virtual convention, those are not our cameras. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that we're just taking the feed. So,
Got it.
all right.
Well, thank you.
Nice. Way to go, bro. Way to
Republican,
make sure.
Hispanic woman for Trump.
Thank you, Twitch.
We love him. Vice President Pence's speech was truthful, sincere, and factual. America stands for our freedom, our God-given rights. Thank you, Trump,
God-given.
for upholding the Constitution and looking out for the average American citizen. And we will never be a socialist country. Go Trump 2020.
Now, Mary,
my
it's
God.
polls have shown that President Trump is attracting about 31% of the Latino American vote right now.
All right, see you.
Well,
See you,
you
Dalton.
know what? There's a silent majority out there that are going to go to the polls on November 3rd.
Stephen, Spring, Texas, Republican. Stephen, go ahead, please.
Yeah, there's a big.
All right, yeah, I gotta
big
get to bed too,
uncertainty
so
with what
I
he's saying
think I am
online today.
So anybody who is actually watching, thank you so much. This was actually kind of fun. I'm gonna try to do it again tomorrow.
Kids who are in jeopardy.
Stephen, what's a...
Yeah, I had fun. So I actually saved my background this time, so we good, we cool.
Mm-hmm. And what is that?
So I guess same time tomorrow. I'll probably be on 8, somewhere between 8 and 8:30. So thanks for hanging out with me. Have a good night.
Rick, Philomath, Oregon, Democrat. Good evening, Rick.